Hey, we are here with Gamebound, a little series where we play one-shots and short campaigns of various sorts. And today we are continuing our adventures on Dino Island. And last time Emily lost a character, and Seth lost a character, but we hadn't introduced our new Emily character yet. Kurt and Brad are still kicking, Seth and Jordan's characters, who we ended with last time. And they are on their way to the lab in the complex. Yes.
I thought we were just hidden.
No. So what happened last was you're being hunted by velociraptors.
Yes.
Kurt was, right? Specifically, he had locked himself in a room. He had figured out how to tame the velociraptors, but the things he needed to do so, the materials he needed to accomplish this, were in the lab. And Brad, you showed up and helped distract the velociraptors away from Kurt, and then hid yourself. The velociraptors lost the trail of both of you. And now Kurt is making his way to the lab, and you are following him. Going to meet up with him. Brad, you're following Kurt because he apparently has a helicopter he's gonna rendezvous with to get off the island, and you're like, I gotta get off the island too. But today we're gonna meet Emily's new character. You're playing the kid play sheet, which is gonna be really fun. And the game encourages us to go through all of the play sheets, right? Like choose one no one else has chosen before. So I'm excited to see this one. Emily, who are you playing? What's your character's name?
My name's TJ.
TJ. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
To the max.
Yeah. Terry Jr. No relation to her previous character.
None.
Yeah, TJ is a great way of abbreviating that. I like it. Wish you would have told me that so I could put it on the overlays, but that's fine.
Sorry. I didn't think
right now, Emily's computer is updating itself, and it's taking a really long time, which is why we're late to start today. But we decided to go ahead and get started here. Emily's on her phone, and we'll... yeah, she's got in-person dice, and we all have to keep in mind that anytime we talk, the mic on her phone is going to cut out her voice. So we apparently got to be quiet. I will try to remember that. Real quick, since Emily can't look at her character sheet right now, I will read off the stuff going on that so we can get introduced to the character. Terry Jr., TJ, has a clever of 1, a fit of 1, a steady of -1. He is rambunctious. He's 8 years old. He looks like a dirty little rascal, like torn jeans and whatever else, dirty, disheveled. And his rumor: sometimes there are strange purple storm clouds above the island. So that'll be something that he could introduce to you guys. Now remind me, Kurt, you had you still have the Compsognathus, don't you? You have Charlie. Okay, I think we determined that. Like, one of your goals you guys needed was to secure a dinosaur, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you have plans to get these velociraptors as like a better prize?
Like
how's Kurt feeling about that whole thing right now? Like, what's your plan with the Retrieve the Dinosaurs mission?
So I feel like I could cruise with Charlie and be fine and get all the way through. But now that I'm here in this lab, my new plan is to try to figure out a way to get more or all dinosaurs to, hail me as Dinosaur King is what I want to be, yeah.
I approve of this move. My gosh. So I'm trying to think of when to give you guys an advance is kind of what I'm figuring out right now.
Also, totally wearing like in character kind of outfit here.
Oh, dang it. I was earlier and I changed into jammies.
Yeah.
shower today, so I can't be a dirty little rascal.
I think we're going to leave off on the advances for right now. If Kurt's plan is to get these velociraptors, I think that'll be the point where like we have officially moved to that, like we check off the we're here to retrieve dinosaurs checkbox, because that does seem like more in line with like the scope of your mission. Like you really want the US is going to the US government is going to much rather have a pack of velociraptors than one Compsognathus. So I think that's probably a good play. All right, cool.
Why stop at a pack of velociraptors. If I can figure out how to use this technology to make T-Rexes hail me as chief.
All dinosaurs, yeah. We will see. We will see. But yeah, let's zoom in and figure out how that goes. I think probably what's likely is that you guys are going to make your way to the lab, and that will be where we find Terry. You have some time here. We're in a respite, right? You're not currently in peril. The velociraptors have been distracted. So I think you two are making your way to the lab. Let me pull up what the game tells us about the lab here. Let's see. Okay. You show up to this lab, and it's obviously like a sciencey looking building from the outside, but once you get in, you see the specifics, including tanks that maybe once held dinosaur specimens. You see reams of logs and journals, the odor of formaldehyde in the air. Kurt, you're the one who shows up first. So what do? You're starting to wander around, poking around. You're looking for.
I drink the formaldehyde.
You die. I think the main thing you need is pheromones to accomplish. You have the method to tame the velociraptors, but you need the materials. And I think the primary material you need to figure out some sort of pheromone mix that will tell the velociraptors that you are like in charge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you want to go about doing that? And Brad will show up pretty quickly here as he follows you.
Well, if I could make them think that there is, because I assume all of them are male.
The velociraptors?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know what because I don't think this isn't Jurassic Park where they like specifically engineered the dinosaurs to be a certain gender. These are, as far as you guys know, it's just an island full of dinosaurs. You don't know, like, and if they live together with ancient humans, then they probably are just all normal. I don't think anyone knows the actual like hierarchy of velociraptor packs. I would imagine maybe we can probably just go with I don't know. I don't really have a preference. I don't think they're all male. I don't think they'd be all males. I don't know what they would be though. You decide.
Okay, so I'm thinking if I can get them to have like pheromones from being in heat or something, and if I can figure out a way to extract those pheromones from that.
Right. Yeah, well, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So, wait. You want to be the female in this situation?
No. I want to be like the mother, like viewed as like the mother.
I don't know if pheromones are for that kind of relationship.
Well, I want to start with the pheromones so I can like modify them.
Yeah, I don't think that adult velociraptors, given what we know about animals, would like react to a mother pheromone, whatever that would be, in the way that you want them to. They would just see breedable female. They wouldn't see mother, right? So I think you need like alpha pheromones, right? You need to be in charge, not maternal necessarily.
Okay. Then I need to figure out who the alpha is.
Yeah, well, I think you have that. Like, I think you have the method, right? You know all the information you need. You just need to scavenge at this point, right? You need to find the right stuff.
I see. Well, I remember you said previously that the lab basically had.
Yeah, you just need to look around for it. I'm just curious what we see from like Kurt. Is he being particularly careful? Is he just wandering around, opening everything he sees? Where does he go specifically? Like, what kind of rooms does he check out?
Well, I think when I get to the lab, the first thing that I'm looking around for is documentation.
Okay.
So I'm looking for filing cabinets. I'm looking for papers, stuff lying out on desks.
Is your laptop
Looks
working?
looks like it is.
Yeah, sure. You want to find a paper trail that will lead you to the right materials?
I want to find a paper trail with like research and see like what people have tried and figure out what hasn't worked. And see if
Well,
I
so
can
you already
find-
had that, right? Like that's actually what happened last time. We as we specified,
Okay.
you found all the journals, the information on their Velociraptor taming project, and you perfected it. You've done that already.
I did not realize it.
You
Okay,
just
then,
need
yeah,
the materials.
Yeah, then like just tracking stuff down via papers of like, okay, where's stuff at?
Cool. At what point? So you're starting to look, find filing cabinets to be like, okay, where do they where's an index I can like find this stuff at? And then Brad, you show up. Do you sneak up on Kurt? Do you make sure you warn him that before you get there? Like, how are you approaching?
I'm probably going very quietly at first because like velociraptors are around. I haven't survived by drawing attention to me. And
Sure.
then when I get close, I'll be like
Maybe you call him out on him being loud, right? You're
do
like,
yeah, he's going like
I can hear you for a mile, right? Yeah.
like, yeah, so I like that idea. Like, being this loud's not gonna keep them away from you.
Exactly. Yeah.
We just lost the raptors. Don't bring them back now.
Yeah, and so Kurt, you have no idea who this guy is. Like, you just see a random Asian dude like in a ghillie suit. Actually, honestly, you maybe for a moment think it's Greg in a ghillie suit, and you're like,
no,
"Wow,
'cause
you changed."
I ran past him.
Oh no, you're true. Yeah. You did see him, originally. Okay, but yeah, it probably takes you a second though to like reorient yourself as to like who this is.
Quieter. We're not gonna get eaten. Is him back?
We are so back.
We are so back.
Oh yeah.
Now I got to fix the overlays.
We'll just
'Cause I had like, well, no, I had like zoomed in really far on the
Oh, gotcha.
on the portrait mode phone. It's fine. There we go. Sorry, so go ahead, Jordan.
Sorry. Oh, yes, old Bean. I'm glad to see you're still alive. How did you make it out? Where are the others?
Well, let's just say they didn't make it. Actually, do I know Emma's other character died? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, right, because
You like took his tranquilizer gun and everything. Like you looted.
I
before
forgot
you left.
about. No, she handed it to you.
I offered it. I was
Yeah.
like, no, take all this. I'll fight
Exactly.
this dinosaur on my own.
Yep.
Wasn't it a crocodile?
No,
Whatever killed
there
me.
was a crocodile in the water, and then you guys got out of the water, and then it was an allosaurus.
Oh, I remember that now.
Because if it's not going to be a crocodile, of course it's going to be an allosaurus.
Aren't crocodiles also just dinosaurs, you know?
Yeah, I specifically said it was like a Dinosuchus, so it's like prehistoric crocodile type thing.
Still, like they didn't make it. That happens a lot here. You get used to it.
People come here often?
Well, not exactly, but they definitely don't leave. But I hear that you guys have a way out of here.
Indeed we do. We should have a helicopter here in the eastern part of the island in approximately how long has it been?
How long have you been on the island?
Yeah.
This is still day one, so like, I think it's getting towards the end of the first day.
So I'll say like in approximately 60 hours.
Well, I've made it this long. I'm more than willing to wait 60 more hours.
I must say, how did you get here? I mean, we
It was
thought that this place was just a myth.
Well, People have been good about keeping it that way. I came here on a secret expedition. Let's just say the government kind of tried to bury it once things went wrong.
So that's news to you, Kurt. They claimed this place didn't exist.
Yeah, I'm looking at the notes you sent me, Caleb, so hopefully I didn't say anything wrong.
Nope. Yeah, that was exactly what I wanted you to say, yeah.
Okay.
That's news to me because they claimed this place didn't exist.
Of course Of course they're going to say it doesn't exist. They want more people dead. They probably think that pretty sure they think I'm dead. They left me for dead, that's for sure.
You don't suppose the helicopters... No, surely the helicopter's on its way.
Better be.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Look, I've survived for this long, but it hasn't been easy. And I very much prefer not to have to survive here anymore.
Point's taken. Well, you can help our survivabilities a little bit if you can help me find some papers. And a few things from the lab here.
What? Papers?
I give him the list of things.
What are you looking for again? Put it in the chat if it's not already there.
Pheromones.
Oh. What are you... What kind of weird trip did you come to the island for? Sorry.
No. I have a plan. You see,
the point of the whole dinosaurs?
The point of the whole expedition is to get the dinosaurs back to the United States.
You're trying to bring them back.
Of course. Why would they send us here if their plan isn't to bring them back?
I was hoping it was a rescue mission, but clearly it wasn't.
I think your brother mentioned something about rescuing you.
He did tend to have the stabler head. Would be the first time he got me out of a mess.
I mean,
look, they can't leave the island.
Why not?
Excuse me, did 2 people just die in the last 24 hours and you forgot about it already?
Oh, people died to sharks. People died to cars.
Yes, cows kill more people than all of this combined.
But sharks stay in the ocean, cars stay on the road, and the dinosaurs need to stay on this island.
Well, I'm afraid that no matter what our preference is, that's not going to be very possible much longer, no matter what.
What are you saying?
Well, the people that dropped us off here would have flown back and let people know by now that the island is here.
They knew it already, though.
Though? I'm not sure. The people that dropped us off didn't seem very...
Well, of course, the lackeys who are flying the helicopter aren't going to know. But the people higher up, they're going to know already. They're not going to care.
Well, I'm afraid we might have bigger issues then.
What issues?
Treasure hunters.
Good luck to them. Oh, you mean the dinosaurs are the treasures, aren't you? He swears under his breath. He's like, look, I'd rather this place be nuked several times than to let a single animal get off this island.
Charlie probably goes, la, 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 or like tries to, and I'll just go, don't worry, Charlie, and he doesn't mean you.
No, I do. Those things are evil too. Took out my buddy Timmy.
Timmy?
I don't know why I said Timmy.
Timmy!
It's the name that popped in my head.
Timmy?
Are you guys going to start looking for this stuff or no?
Yeah, we're going to.
Okay, sorry. We're just role-playing, Caleb.
No. It's fine. What I'm actually asking is, does Brad actually eventually go along with Kurt's plan here, or does he insist on not
what is your actual plan then?
get the dinosaurs to see us as more of a threat than a snack.
I'm all
Or,
for that.
yeah, I guess that's
Are you trying to get a velociraptor off the island?
You know, I would settle for getting them off of my back to start with.
I mean, part of the issue is even if there is something going on that's wonky with the U.S. government, that's still your only way. Like, it's the only way you know up to get off the island. So you, at the very least, need to try to at least.
Yes, okay, that's true. It's like
Give
if
them
it's
the
only-
dinosaurs, right?
If
Yeah,
it's
I
the
think
only
I
way I'll
probably-
get off, fine, I'll help.
I'm fairly certain it's the only way either one of us will get off. But don't
You're
worry,
right.
worst case scenario, we have Charlie. Isn't that right, Charlie?
Good going, old bean.
Isn't his mouth tape shut now or something? Did I do that? Or is he still...
I don't remember.
Maybe I didn't. Maybe, yeah.
Okay,
Good going, old bean. I'll take it.
has Brad heard them talk before?
I think so. You've been aware that the dinosaurs are developing some strange characteristics.
I really don't like that they're getting smarter. Okay.
Yeah. So when you scavenge, which is I think what's happening here, when you and another hero take a quiet moment to search for useful objects or information, tell them a story, and roll plus clever. Who has the best clever?
I have one.
I have 2.
It makes sense that Jordan would be the one rolling here. What story are you going to tell Brad, Kurt?
The thing I dream of building.
Mm.
You know, I didn't start this whole scientific discovery journey as a paleontologist. I'm like, what's a dinosaur scientist called? No, I long for the stars. I've always dreamed of building my own observatory. An observatory that helps me see into the great beyond, far farther than any of our modern telescopes can even hope to accomplish. That's the real reason I took this job. I didn't care about all the dinosaurs or the adventure. All I wanted was my funding for my observatory.
Okay, random alien with a diner from Star Wars. Wait, is it that alien or is it someone else? No, it's the Gungan from Star Wars Episode 1. Okay, Boss Nass. All right, cool. Go ahead and roll clever for us.
Scavenge the clever.
Nice.
I'll
Jordan
take it.
continuing with the amazing rolls. Okay,
You know what
you
this
find something.
reminds me of? Do you remember that night game we played where we were like jousting knights or something?
Vaguely.
The tournament where it was like a one
Yeah.
shot. Yeah. A
Starting
duel
to
at
rem-
Buckthorn.
Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Starting to remind me of that.
Yep, where you were playing like a random, really silly character who just kept pwn stomping everyone. Yeah. I remember that. I wanted a really serious like duel one shot, and none of you were taking it seriously. Yeah, so on a 10 plus, you find something useful, maybe even that one thing you were hoping for. So, Jordan, I think Kurt certainly finds his pheromones, right? Whatever materials he needs to make those pheromones.
I find the MacGuffin.
It's unlikely that the exact like mix of pheromones is just waiting for you, but you find the stuff. You find the stuff, and then you'll have to make like a just do it roll or something. If I guess you can probably do it as long as there's no peril, but there might be peril coming up here soon. You at least found the materials. You need to start mixing them now. But you also find a couple other things, right? You're going around the lab. At one point, you see a I think you see a particular room that seems like there's emergency power still running to it. It is some sort of like high-tech, classified, do not enter, danger here sort of room or vault of some sort that has a bunch, like all the warning signs you could possibly have on something, super reinforced, and it doesn't have a window, so you can't really see what's inside, but you do find a room that has something very dangerous or volatile or something inside still being powered by some emergency generator somewhere. And then I think you also see, and maybe it's I think what's this? Brad, you already knew about this, but Kurt, you start noticing a few things that seem odd to you in this space. You show signs of sabotage. So this space, most of the complex buildings you've been in so far look like they've been attacked from the outside, right? Dinosaurs crushing the gates and things, walls being caved in because something crashed through it, that sort of thing, right? On the inside of this lab here, you see what looks to be like the remnants of explosives, or maybe like dud explosives that didn't go off, placed inside the building somewhere. There are scorch marks near a comms tower that seems to suggest, like, whatever the comms tower that you'd be able to get a signal out from the lab to other buildings. It looks like it was intentionally destroyed. And I think maybe at one point you see on one of the caches of C4 that didn't go off for whatever reason, I'm trying to think of what symbol it would be, but it would be something that would tip you off that this is like a US thing. Right? Whatever thing that you maybe saw in passing working for the military, you see the same numeral on the side of the C4, or you see, like something like that would tip you off, like it seems familiar to you.
Property of the US government.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't, and I don't know if it would say that exactly, but like it seems familiar enough that it's a good guess, right?
Made in Waco, Texas.
Yeah. So you're seeing those sorts of things as you're going through. I don't know if you want to do anything about that, or try to get into the vault, or whatever you want to do. What's your next
I think
move?
I see that, and then the first thing I do is just say, "Oh, blast it!"
What?
Brad's
Nothing,
like, no, don't do that. It's C4.
Kurt's just nothing, just wallowing in my regrets. Anyway, say what was your supposed role here? Were you a scientist, security, moral support?
That's a good question. What was I?
So as far as
Caleb?
we can remember, Brad was like the adventurous type. So I think you were one of the only people who you just wanted an adventure, right? You signed up with the U.S. military for the special expedition to explore a new place.
But did I wasn't. So that's all we knew, is we were here to like just.
That's all you knew when you came here, yeah.
Okay.
And then you found this complex, and well, things fell apart after that.
Mm-hmm. So was this thing exploded before?
During
I got here? Oh, during. So I don't know why. I was there when it exploded, but I don't know why it was exploded.
So Brad, you can share as much of the here. I'll message you. You can. I want you to be the one who shares this if you want to. But you can also keep it secret if you'd like to. So.
Emily, I thought that your water bottle was a bottle of mustard for a second, and I'm like, oh, that's a bold decision. Just
Bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it works.
No, I'm crunching on hospital ice. Delicious.
Safety ice.
I'm just kind of make some stuff up. Let me know if it gets in the way, Caleb.
Sounds good.
I'm
adding one thing, by the way. There you go.
They needed. How do I want to word this? They needed the outdoorsy types. to help the others. We weren't given a lot of information beforehand.
Yes, I'm starting to sense a pattern there. So you don't have any clue what's behind door number 1 over here?
I don't think you do.
No.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's open it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
And it's Terry inside. He was the danger that should never be let out.
Terry.
and halfway through the session, he like shapeshifts into a giant dinosaur.
Oh, I get it. Terry. Like,
Exactly.
we're gonna die. Dinosaur King, is what
you want to be.
Sometimes it's moments like this that I wish that we had a sizable audience so we could see the animatic of that.
Yeah, exactly. So I am wondering if you have any ideas, Emily, as to when TJ does arrive. I'm thinking that whenever he does arrive and in whatever manner he does, it signals danger of some sort. I think the only thing we know right now about TJ is he is a kid who lived in the complex before things went crazy. And you've somehow survived the like year since then. How did you do so, right? Like,
I don't know, I'm just a kid.
just a dirty little rascal.
Yeah, I just live here.
So do you just like randomly
anywhere?
Do you randomly show up like because you notice these guys?
Just wander in.
Okay, go ahead and describe for us what that looks like.
I'm just dirty little rascal. And I come to the lab and I just go like, what are you guys looking at?
Like you guys, we had like a long pause where you guys are looking at like the vault and you're like, I wonder what's in there, right? And then suddenly there's just a kid behind you and he's like, what you guys looking at?
I'm like, standing really close to you behind you.
Yeah.
So I turn and go, you're a father?
This isn't. I was about to ask if you brought a child. No, I'm not. I wouldn't bring a child here.
Well,
I'm also not a dad.
Why is he here?
You pointing to who?
Me?
Yeah, I'm pointing at the child.
I don't know. I've never seen this child.
You've never seen.
I've been here for a year.
In all fairness, both of you have seen signs of children living in the complex, either with your own eyes, Brad, like seeing children here, or Kurt, you saw some crayon drawings on the wall at one point.
Yes, but we assumed that they were
they're all
recent.
dead or whatever. Yeah.
I kind of figured that the crayons and the drawing, I figured that was like decades ago, perhaps. I thought that was maybe yours. No, I guess in hindsight that doesn't make sense, does
What are
it?
you guys looking
What do
at?
you think the timeline is here?
Dude, I heard a dinosaur talk. There ain't no timelines that make sense to me anymore.
Fair.
All prior knowledge of how the universe works is off the table for me right now.
Do you have the dinosaur like bound in this room with you?
I think he's still in his hand.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's,
I'm
like,
just kind of
slowly-
carrying Charlie around in my hands.
Smothered
Like I'm
in
holding
duct
a
tape.
chicken
Okay.
or a duck.
I'm just kind of like keep being like, what are you guys looking for? Oh, did you meet Charlie?
How did you?
It's
You know-
Charlie.
Yes. How do you know Charlie?
He's my neighbor.
You know, that's actually not the strangest thing I've heard today. Anywho,
I always thought I would go from Psychosis. This is lining up kind of.
You can't share Psychosis. I can see him too.
Who's to say you're really here?
It's nice to share. You should share whatever. You
How
said.
are you? How?
How did you get here, kid?
How do you share? If you have something You let other people take a turn with it?
How about we take turns sharing names? My name is Kurt. This here is Dr. Snuffleupagus, and your name?
My name's TJ.
Okay, TJ. Now tell me, where are your parents?
I don't know.
Okay. How long have you been here?
I mean, I just walked in.
Yep, I walked right into that one. Brad, would you like to take a crack at this?
Look, how long have you been on the island?
What's an island?
Well, that settles it. He's been here his whole life. Which also means that someone taught him how to talk. And if you don't know who that is, and I am certainly not the one who brought him here, that means there were others.
When is the last time you saw your parents, TJ?
I don't know. Maybe like a long time, but maybe also not a long time.
You can tell Emily
Probably.
spends way too much time with kids.
Probably more a long time than not a long time.
Okay. Do you remember when this place right here was not burnt up?
No, I'm not really supposed to come over here, but sometimes I come here anyway. And then I heard you guys coming over here, so I wanted to see what was happening.
So
Since
where are you
no one's
supposed to
been
be?
over here for a while.
So
Well, I can kind of go where I want to go, but not here. And then I just can't be out at nighttime. I'm supposed
okay,
to go to
so
bed at night.
okay. At nighttime, where do you go?
To bed
Okay, where do you sleep?
in my bed.
Could you bring
Where's
us
your
to where
bed?
your bed is?
I don't think I'm supposed to let strangers in.
This has to be an American, right? It has to be an American couple. Only an American couple would say such.
What are you guys looking at?
Look,
You!
we are looking to try and find a way to make some of the dinosaurs be nice to us.
Oh, you just have to be friends with them.
They don't
And how
want
do
to
you
be
be-
friends with me.
How do
Oh,
you
well-
become friends with the dinosaurs?
Well, you should be nice to them. Have you been mean to them?
They've not given me a chance.
Most of the time, they seem more interested in eating us than being friends.
Oh, well, that's probably because they're hungry. Did you share your snacks with them?
Don't exactly have snacks anymore.
Oh,
Haven't in a long time.
Um,
do you want some of my candy bar?
Not really, no. That would probably do nasty things to my stomach.
Brad, you get a twinge in the back of your head. You get the spidey sense. Something's wrong.
Shh. Something's wrong. The DM has said so.
what are you on
And
about?
like part of it is like you smell something or feel something, but you swear you should be able to see whatever it is, but like it feels close, but like you can't see it.
Everybody. I was gonna say everybody hide, but we know how that went last time. Everybody down. Quiet.
Let's have if you guys do that, if TJ doesn't just decide not to.
No, I'll follow his instructions, but when he says everybody down, I just like bend in half at the waist.
Okay.
I get
Yeah.
up. I don't know. Everybody gets. Get up. Dang it. I'm trying to do walk the dinosaur and I can't remember how it goes. I'm walking the dinosaur while I'm going down.
Who has the lowest clever?
I have a 1.
I have a 1.
I have 2, so.
Oh, right. Yeah. Let's have TJ roll this. Roll hide for us. So it's likely that you're the one who doesn't hide well enough, right? Nice.
Oh,
It was a great
Jay knows the
success.
best hiding places.
I'm the champion at hide and seek. My parents still haven't found me, and it's been a while.
Oh no. Yes, you guys take cover behind some like debris and whatnot. And Brad, yeah, you are definitely sure that there are some dinosaurs creeping around the lab somewhere, but you cannot see them. And this is one of those things like the longer you've been on the island, the more the dinosaurs have been developing weird, like almost supernatural characteristics. And you could swear, like the vibe you're getting is like they are invisible somehow. There's like weird camouflage going on, like they are right here, but we cannot see them. And you're like you're worried that as soon as you guys like try to do anything, they're just gonna jump on you because you cannot see where they are. What are you gonna do?
He's gonna pull out his hunting knife, and it's a rifle. I'll just pull out the hunting knife. I was gonna say I'll also pull out the tranq rifle, but it's a rifle, not a knife. Knife is probably better at this point. Actually, I have camouflage rags on.
Yeah, your ghillie suit. Yeah,
so I'm probably partially invisible too.
Mm-hmm. You look like a bush growing out of this laboratory.
I was going to say, we're in a lab right now.
Yeah.
But it's probably overgrown, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Lab bush.
But yeah, you are all well hidden. You just have to figure out something else to do because you can't really see where your enemies are. So you have to figure out. So Jordan, you do have the pheromones nearby, so you can try to start mixing them if you like.
You know,
Isn't there like a seek thing?
can I do that while it's unsafe though? Should I try?
You have to roll just do it. Otherwise, yeah, Brad, you could try to. I mean, yeah, you can look at the moves there. There's a base of moves handout. At the very least, you could try to do something that you can usually do easily under pressure, right? Like, yeah, try to get people to a different room.
Wasn't there a seek move that we were doing earlier? What was that?
Oh, what move?
Like to seek and look for things.
That's scavenge, and that's during respites or safety.
Oh, okay, there it is. Okay.
I have a plan.
I think likely someone is going to have to make a just do it roll here to like figure out the next step.
Bad at steady rolls, so it should be me.
Shows Terry.
Can I do a jury rig first?
Okay, what are you going to try to do?
I want to jury rig something with my headlamp and like some overgrowth or something to like, I don't know, some steam or something, just like provide some sort of like look. Basically, I want to look over there, but I want to use my jury rig to get to look over there.
Right, yeah, you just want to create a distraction, right? You're solving a problem.
Yeah.
Sure, that makes sense. Yeah, something that would, yeah, like maybe generate smoke or steam or whatever. It makes sense. Yeah, I guess you're trying to do like faulty wiring or something on the headlamp, and that would like create smoke and steam and whatever. Yeah.
Well, smoke and steam and like maybe just like have it flash in a weird way that's more distracting for whatever's watching us.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Go ahead. Roll your jury rig move.
Jury rig.
Nice. Nothing but green, guys. All right, cool.
That
yeah,
means
so
I'm going to be the one to roll a fail. I'm going to die again.
Whatever you end up doing, yeah. So weird flashing lights on the headlamp. You like throw it down the hallway somewhere, right? So that whatever.
Create a strobe light.
Yeah, Darude Sandstorm starts playing. Kurt actually invented that song. So
it was named after me because I am Kurt Darude Bondsley.
Brad, I think at that point you see what looks like we would expect in a movie, right? Or like kind of like you can kind of see that they're there, but they're like blending into the background, camouflage stuff. It looks like the form of a velociraptor, like pivoting and then stalking towards the light that he just threw off into the distance. But yeah, if you guys want to like go a different direction, you can. But yeah, Kurt, you know that like you need the stuff in this laboratory to mix the chemicals correctly. right?
Well, that's
The-
why I was doing look over there, so I can do it. Hopefully, a little safer.
Sure, yeah. So I assume that like the whatever that building that room is in this lab, it's like nearby, and so you guys can at this point without a roll just like sneak over there while they're distracted by that light, and then like close the door for now. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, TJ, you follow. Yeah, I mean, you there's no way you've lived on this island without realizing that some dinosaurs are dangerous. So it makes sense that you would sneak along with everybody else.
Also, new people seems interesting.
Yeah. Might as well come along. Jordan, go ahead and roll. Just do it, and we'll see how well you mix the chemicals. Oh, there we go. There's our first miss.
There it is.
Okay, so I think you're trying to get the materials or the equipment to work, right? And part of your problem is that the power's not on, and so you
Why
have
you turned on the
to.
power last time.
Well, so he turned on the power to one room and jury rigged something, and that was in a different place. This is actually a different building. So I think what you're doing is you are rerouting power to this room, but what you do is you actually just like blow a fuse or whatever it is, right? Like no power anywhere now, including the giant vault that had all the danger symbols on it. You guys haven't noticed this yet, but we get the audience shot on the power powering down on the vault, right? And we hear something creak and groan inside, right?
Oh no, it's Deli.
Yep. Deli as a dinosaur. So Kurt, unfortunately
no, it's
now,
a Delisaurus Rex.
unfortunately now there's no power in this building, which means you cannot use this equipment to mix the pheromones like you need to. So what do you do from here? What would be your next step if you're like, okay, can't do that now?
I
You
drink
either have to,
the
like-
pheromones now.
You could like go find wherever the emergency generator is and try to get it back online. But like there's now another obstacle in the way.
Yeah, I mean, first thing I try is the emergency generator.
So,
to find if there is.
Yeah, I mean, you were looking through the indexes and maps and stuff and schematics of the building earlier, so I think you know roughly like there's a sub basement, a sub level where there's a generator.
I have a special move. When someone mentions a specific location on the island for the first time, roll plus clever if you've been there.
Sure, go for it. Yeah.
So you mentioned like the wanting to get the
the sub level that has the generator. Yeah. Okay. On a 7-9, you remember where it is and the reason it's challenging to get there. Say what it is. So
I think it's pretty obvious. Dinosaur. Right there.
Well, right. Okay. I think the implication of this move is that you're adding a new challenge, right? Like this is like something that was already true about the situation. So when Jordan, you pull out the schematic that you'd shoved into your pocket, right? Kurt does. And he's like, okay, well, to turn the power back on, right, we need to get down to this sub-level, and there should be a generator. We can get back online. And as soon as he says that, Brad, you know, like, ooh, that's tough to get to, and here's why.
Yeah, this isn't the only place that was sabotaged.
So there's like bombs down there?
Well, no, it's just that like that place is also been wrecked. So like the doors are like, or like the entire path to get there has been destroyed a little bit.
Oh yeah, maybe like the tunnels or there's like most of the corridors have been collapsed in the basement and. Okay.
So what you're saying is all the passages are going to be much smaller. We're going to need someone of a much smaller stature to.
Everyone looks at TJ. I love it.
I'm a person. I'm not a statue.
Very good, TJ. I have a task for you.
I'm going to send you out there with dangerous dinosaurs hunting you.
TJ will be fine.
A child I just met.
Yeah.
How does Kurt actually put it?
Have you ever played Halo? No, I'm just...
Guys, this is the 1970s. How many times do I have to repeat this?
Have you ever read Dune?
No.
No.
That's a good question. Does TJ know how to read?
We'll have to find out.
Of course, TJ knows how to read. That's how he has a name. It's T and J.
Well, if he's
how would I? TJ, we have a very special mission that it seems that out of the three of us, only you are able to accomplish. Now, I know that it's risky and it's likely perilous, and I would rather not send you on your own.
I did miss a part of my move. I am supposed to tell a story about the last time I was there.
Yeah, go for it.
Last time I was there, my friend Bubba got.
What are the stories I have to tell? Usually.
Well, it says tell them about the last time you're there. It doesn't say story. It doesn't hit
okay.
that particular.
I think I probably say last time I was there. I couldn't even see the door. Don't even know where it was. I tend to avoid places that aren't helpful.
Yeah.
So, TJ, we need to get this generator back online. But
That.
we think that you are the only one that is able to get there and do it.
What was that P word you said? Pair of us. What does that mean?
Parabola?
I don't know what that is.
What did I actually say?
Perilous?
Perilous. Oh, okay. I heard pair of us, so I'm like,
That's what I
perilous.
said.
Okay.
I'm 8.
Yeah. So, I'll say, no, perilous, dangerous. You could get hurt if you're not careful.
Okay.
But we could all get hurt if we don't do this.
So what do I have to do?
And I I pull out the diagram and explain where he needs to go and the hoops that he has to jump through to get there, and tell him exactly how to turn the generator back on.
Yeah. I think you're about to hit the move, instruct, when you guide another hero through a risky task that you know how to do, but they must do. But I think we have to get that will be what we do, but TJ has to get there first, right? And as long as he's not in like immediate peril, he'll be able to. We can hit that move and have you do that.
Maybe
so
there's
TJ,
a pair of walkie-talkies around here, so I can actually instruct him all.
Sure, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, makes sense to me. So you hand him a walkie-talkie. TJ, you up for this? You head out?
I guess. Okay. Here we go. I have my little toy dinosaur out who's traveling with me.
Yeah, and we could say that
His name is Charlie.
The velociraptors, I think, have moved on to another part of the lab wing trying to find you guys. And so there's at least a brief opening here where TJ can start heading towards the stairs. So I think you, Terry, TJ, as soon as you get out, you do, and you start to walk towards the stairs. You do hear a from the vault, which is like adjacent to the room you guys were in. And you look over, if you look over it, all the power's down. And there's like this big metal door with a bunch of warning labels on it. And there was a big thump from behind it.
That sign can't stop me because I can't read.
Thank you for that reference.
You're welcome.
Do you do anything with it, or you just ignore it?
No, weird noises happen a lot here.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a job to do.
Head down to the stairs.
So I head down the stairs.
All right, cool. I don't think there's an immediate danger right now. I think we're actually in safety currently. So I think we see a montage of you, or a scene of you like crawling through the rubble here. But you have time, right, and no immediate danger, so you can do it without a roll. You eventually get your way through, and guided by the walkie-talkie, make your way towards the room that has the generator. In the meantime, though, Kurt and Brad, as you guys are waiting for TJ, you maybe start picking. Maybe Brad is picking around the room a little bit more, as is your habit, Brad. Right? I mean, you just kind of scavenge for things all the time. You find some transcripts in a drawer. And maybe they aren't immediately interesting to you, but like there's nothing better to do, so maybe you scan over them.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be transcripts of a meeting. And there are some of the names you recognize because of your time when you first made contact with the complex, when you were here on your mission. Some of the people who were like in charge of the complex, some of the people you met with as part of that expedition. And it's them, their final meeting, it seems like. They're debating whether to destroy the facility, escape, or complete the bond. And as you get that phrase, you both hear a much heavier next door to you guys. And you remember that vault that was there. And I think at this point realize that if the power is down, if there is something in there, it now can get out.
Those idiots didn't fail-safe this.
Well, the thing is, that was already the failsafe.
No, by fail-safe, I mean it's supposed to lock when it loses power, not unlock when it loses power.
I think it did. Yeah, once you look inside, you'll see.
Okay.
But yeah, you hear a big. And yeah, TJ hasn't quite made it there yet, but something's happening in that vault. What do you do? Brad, do you share anything that you just read with Kurt?
I feel like we have a little bit more relevant dangers to do first.
Yep.
Deal with first. I hope it's not hungry.
You just say that out loud.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's been in there for a year without food, hopefully it's
Kurt?
not hungry.
I think Kurt says, maybe we should go find some snacks.
Brad looks at Charlie.
Charlie just,
Don't you dare, he says in Kurt's voice.
and I go, yeah, wait, what? I mean, yeah.
Scratching at the door.
Yeah.
I go look for snacks.
Is there an easy way out?
You could just make a run for
surrender.
it.
No, but like, is there like, are we cornered? I guess is the way
You're not cornered. You can make a run for it, but you don't know where the velociraptors are in the facility right now, so you could be running straight into them without realizing it. It would be a mad dash either way.
And there is overgrowth?
Yep.
Try hiding again.
Yeah, I think hiding is the good move here.
I mean, as of right now, you're in a room that like is a separate area with a door that is closed, right? So there's at least that.
Well, I thought you said it was scratching on the door we're in.
No, you just hear it because it's adjacent to you guys, right? It's
okay.
But like from what you saw, the vault was like there was one clear big door right in the center of it.
Did we close the door behind? Oh, we would have closed the door behind us.
Yeah. I'm just curious if you guys try anything in the immediate or if we wait.
We
for
have
TJ
to stay where we are for the kid.
Yeah.
For TJ.
Just hold down for now.
I still think we hide while we're in the room.
Yes.
Sure.
We still hide.
Kind of get yourself away from, get a vantage point on the door, not immediately next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My clever's a 1.
Mine's a 2.
I mean, I think you're fine for now. I don't think you have to roll yet. I'm just warning you of the danger that will eventually come out of that vault at the proper moment.
Yes.
So I think we hear TJ's voice on the walkie, right? You've reached the room.
Oh, you know what? I want to set a trap. Like one
Okay.
of those suspender traps where it grabs the feet and hoists them up.
Sure.
Oh, I thought you meant a trap made of suspenders.
Yeah,
I mean, it could be.
you could try to make a trap.
A little snare.
I have a feeling a small little snare is not going to get whatever's
He's
just broke out.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, the bear traps stop bears.
Yes, but those aren't snare traps. Those are bear traps.
That's true. What about a bear snare? That's
I don't
a
think
snare that's
snares
like
are-
this size. And boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I don't actually think given the size of that room, it doesn't seem like that would be effective against whatever's in there.
A bear snare. What about the hanging Chad?
No, I don't think so. Like anything that's hanging, I don't think you have the materials for that. Is I think the idea.
Okay.
What about setting up a clothesline?
What about just clotheslining it as soon as it walks in?
Yeah, setting up a clothesline to truly clothesline it.
You could. I don't think there's a role. I think it's what I know of this thing is it's not really going to stop it. Like I think Kurt's instinct is he has an instinct here, and it's whatever this trap is, it has to be big or dramatic in some fashion.
And we're.
Oh, we have C4.
I was about to say.
I have a question. This whole compound, for some reason, I'm imagining that we're like elevated off the ground. Is that correct?
Me too.
I don't think you're elevated off the ground.
Because for some reason, I thought I climbed some stairs to get up to it, or like climbed a ladder up into it or something.
So you climbed down into there was a building had cratered and had just had a basement, and you crawled down into it and then crawled back up. It is on a elevated part of the island. Like it's above part of the island and like there's like cliffs and stuff around, but it's the buildings themselves are not elevated.
So if I blow out the bottom from the floor underneath, it's not going to make the thing fall out. It's just going to put underneath the building is just ground.
No, well, there's a sublevel, right? That's where TJ is. There's a basement,
Oh, right.
so that might work.
But you'd kill TJ.
Yeah, it depends on where TJ is, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. I haven't seen my parents in a long time. I don't know if anybody really loves me in this world anymore, so it's fine. No one will miss me.
Yikes.
What? It's just a tree.
So
It lives on Dinosaur Island.
if we make it out, Kurt's gonna adopt him or something, right? That's
Yeah. Hopefully someone will.
No, I might be a problem child if you take me away. Who knows?
I think you're gonna be more of a problem child if you stay here.
Yeah, so does Kurt try to set up something with C4, or does he leave it for now?
If I can figure out a way to remote explode some C4 on my on a button press that can blow up stuff above it and
You could try to just set it in front of the vault.
Yeah, but I feel like it's not going to kill it. I'm trying to trap it under some rubble so it's slowed down or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure where you'd be able to do that.
Yeah, that's the problem. I'll just put it on the vault, I guess. Unless anybody has some other suggestions.
I think to do that, you're gonna have to roll just do it. It's not really a improvised whatever. You're just having to do it under pressure, right? You're doing something you would normally be able to figure out under pressure. This is about steadiness, not cleverness, because you got to do it without being too loud. You got to do it without being too distracted. So yeah, go ahead. You can have someone else try to do it, but it sounds like it's Kurt's thing.
Well, I don't I don't think. Is Brad steady? Okay.
No. Minus one.
All right. Well, it's up to me then.
Go for it. Hey, there we go. You pull it off. On a 7 and 9, you slipped, hesitated, or cut corners. The DM will offer you a hard choice. Ooh, I'm assuming cut corners is kind of what we're thinking here. You only have a limited amount of time to set this up. What's the problem here, right? Like you can set it up, but what is our cut corners? Do we think?
I think the cut corners that I set it on the door, and the door like opens up, so the door might act as a shield.
Yeah. Okay, it's not gonna be as effective as you want it to be, maybe.
Yeah. So like my best bet for its effectiveness would be if it blew the door off its hinges and knocked the thing out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll see when the thing breaks through the vault. We'll see how effective it ends up being.
Yeah.
Cool. So TJ, you comms on the you talk on the walkie-talkie. What do you say? You've arrived.
I think I'm at the place with the thing.
Good show, TJ. Good job. I want you to know that you are valuable. I want you to know that you have value, that you matter in this world. Let's just forget for a second. All the trauma.
I heard you out of character talk about how depressed you were.
I just have a natural knack for these things that happen out of character. Anyway,
Okay.
So what do you see?
I came into a room that the door kind of like it's kind of a little messed up, the room is. And there's a big machine in front of me. I think it's that generator thing you're talking about.
Yes, good.
All right, so when you guide another hero through a risky task that you know how to do, but they must do, tell them a story.
Here.
Tell them a story and roll plus steady. So this is you, Kurt. What story are you telling TJ here?
Well, the only story that I have left.
Oh, nice.
Something inefficient that infuriates you.
I feel like this will be relevant, though.
Yeah. It's like, okay, TJ. Sorry. Okay, TJ. Let me explain to you. So what you are going to have to do... you see, these old systems, they don't work as well as, say, something a little more modern. And you have to press these buttons in a certain way at a certain time, and while you are holding these two down, you have to take the key, which should already be in there. It should already be in the emergency. You have to hold the key there, and you have to turn the key. And while you are turning the key, it's over there.
Okay, there should be a key somewhere.
The key should be next to the button. You should see a key there, and the key you should have to turn.
Okay, let me look for the button.
Yes, look for the red button. And it's these systems are so inefficient. Let me tell you, because they are so concerned about this ridiculous safety. I do talk a lot, yes. And I've owned it. When you get to red
button.
Should I
press it?
You can't press the red button until you turn the key. So you have to turn the key, and while you're turning the key, then you have to hit the red button. And while you're pressing the red button, you have to hold it 3 times. Let go of the key and keep holding the button.
Times?
Hold it for 3 seconds.
I don't know what that means, and I'm an adult.
You have to hold it for 3 seconds, and then while you're holding it, then after the 3 seconds, you can let go of the key. And then the key should be fine. You can keep holding the button down.
I already wasn't holding on to the key. Was I supposed to hold on to the key the whole time?
Yes, you're supposed to turn the key and then
I turned the key and then I hit the button, but I let go of the key.
No, you need to turn the key and keep the key turned, because after you let go of the key,
I didn't unturn the key. I just didn't hold on to it the whole time.
Right, but did you see when you turn the key? Did you see it go back? Did you see it turn itself back?
I wasn't looking at the key.
Okay, well take a look at the key.
If you look at the key and you grab
Do
the
I
key,
have to look at the key and not the button?
just for a moment, just take a look at the key there. So grab the key and turn it, and then let go, and watch the key turn
Okay, I
back.
turned the key.
And then you should see it turn back.
Okay.
Did it turn back after you let go of the key?
I guess it did.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So that's good. That's what we need. That means that this is an old system and it's a little silly, so you have to do some weird stuff with it. So you need to turn the key and don't let go of the key, but just keep holding the key there.
Okay, I'm turning the key and I'm holding the key.
Good, good.
Am I allowed to
Now,
look away from the key now?
yes, you can look away from the key, but don't stop. Don't stop turning the key. Don't just hold the key
Oh,
there.
I keep turning it even further?
Don't turn it
Please,
even
only a
further. It
certain
should stop.
amount.
Just turn it until it stops, and then don't let go.
Okay, I'm not letting go.
Okay, good, good. Now I want you to press the button and hold down the button for 3 seconds.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Now what do
Good.
I do?
Now let go of the key, but keep pressing down the button.
Okay.
Good, good.
Do I
And
need to
then-
look somewhere special?
Give it no, you just keep looking at the button.
Okay.
Now the button, it should, as you let go of the button, it should pop out a little
Let
bit.
go of the button?
Let go of
Okay.
the button. Now you need to twist the button and then push it in as hard as you can.
Twist the button which way?
To the right. The top part should go to the right. So the top part should go towards.
Okay. Okay, twisted the button. And now
then-
what do I do?
And then push the button in as hard as you can.
Okay, I don't know how hard that's gonna be. It might
That's
be-
okay.
I might break the machine. I'm really strong, actually.
Well, that's okay.
Okay.
Now roll.
Okay, what am I rolling?
Jordan is rolling instruct.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
No.
that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted it so bad. On a miss, you confuse, anger, or distract them. Well, I wonder why that could have happened. Your
pressed
choice.
the
Look, these
button and
walkie-talkies
I
are very
broke
efficient.
it.
Okay, I can't read words from how ridiculous. These walkie-talkies are very. I think that we need
You,
this.
you hear,
I don't have to-
Jerry, I think you hear a large, like grinding sound, maybe.
There's it kind of smells like fire, and there's like some smoke.
Brad's sitting there thinking, I'm never gonna get off this island.
I think I was too strong.
Yeah, so the task is
I told
botched.
you I was really strong, but you said to do it anyway, so I did. But I think I broke it.
Terry? I'm sorry, TJ. TJ? Come back as quick as you can. And be careful of the giant thing that is breaking out of the
So should
the vault door.
I be quick or should I be careful? Because I
Uh,
can be as quick as I can, but that's probably not very careful.
if you can manage both, that would be good.
I can't. That's what I'm saying.
So you should be quick to get away to get out of the room you're in, and then you should be careful to come back here.
Okay, how far do I be fast until I switch?
Just get out of the room you're in.
Oh, okay.
Just the emergency room with the generator. Once you get back out of that room that had the broken door, remember?
Okay, I'm out already. I was so quick.
Okay, great. That's great. We'll see you soon. Okay, be careful.
So now,
So,
I be careful. Am I supposed to be careful now,
Yes,
or do
yes,
I
be
still
careful.
be quick?
Careful. Be careful.
Careful. Okay, I'll be careful now.
So what happened here with the task is botched beyond salvaging and you made matters worse is there was a power surge, right? The power tried to come back on for a moment. And what is happening inside the vault is whatever was in there was being kept stationary via like very particular, like if it moves in the wrong way, it gets shocked, electrocuted. And so the power comes back on just long enough to shock it, but that just makes it more angry, right?
Oh no.
He gets really enraged at that point. And so your time has run out. It's going to break through the door now. So TJ, you need to make it back. The velociraptors are circling back around to this part of the wing now. Do you want to make a roll for me to see you're I assume you're being careful, like Kurt told you
I'm being
to.
careful. I was told to be careful.
So let's have you roll. I think it's just do it, unfortunately, which is steady for
That's
you.
unfortunate.
Yep.
I'm not very steady of a boy.
Go for it.
Here I go. A mild
All right,
success.
all right. On a hit, you pull it off. On a 7 and 9, you slipped, hesitated, or cut corners. The DM will offer you a hard choice. I don't know. What do we think? Like the threat for TJ right now is the velociraptors. The thing in the vault is going to break out of the vault as well. I'm trying to think. I think probably what it is like you can get back, but the velociraptors are going to be on your tail, right? You made it here.
I don't have a tail.
Does that make sense, though, for everyone?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was.
He's able to get back, but
even
there's a
gonna
new,
do.
like, they have officially circled back
Yeah.
around and are here again.
I only hesitated because I had unclear direction
Mhm,
of
mhm.
what I was
Very fair.
supposed to do.
I accidentally unplugged my headphones, so I didn't hear the last 10 seconds.
It wasn't that important. That's fine. So I think TJ, you're making your way carefully up the stairs, and then you try to sneak quietly or like across the complex back to where they are. And at one point you hear like a screech from a velociraptor, and then at that point you're just like, ah, and just like book it towards where they are. And that's about the point where Kurt, there's a huge as the door gets ripped open. And now would be the time to set off the C4. What are you trying to do here? It's not going to work as well as you hoped, but what are you trying to do? Like wait until the door breaks down, and then set it off, or set it off right away? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking probably like while it's because it's like grabbing the door, right?
Yeah, it's like I think you see 3 like claw puncture marks, and the claws are like sticking through the door, right? Like huge claws. And then it starts like peeling it back down, like it's opening like a can of sardines or something, right? Like
Yeah. So is it grabbing like the top or the middle or the bottom?
the top.
Grabbing the top of the door.
And then like pushing forward, and it's like peeling the door down.
So in relation to where he's stabbed, where's the C4?
I assume on the bottom of the door.
Oh.
Unless you put it somewhere else.
Well, I was thinking like in the center of the door, but if it's at
Just
the
like
bottom.
on the door or on the side of the door, what are you thinking?
Because
it could be on the door frame, right?
I was kind of thinking like I was thinking because I had like botched it, that I put it like on the door frame, but like on the hinge side. So at
right,
best,
so it opens the door, but like, yeah, I think luckily for you, it's not. I guess it does kind of peel it to the side as well, but it's partially peeled down as well. So I think it will work okay, like it will work kind of, but not as well as you hope yet, because like the bottom of it has like pushed to the side, and that part is shielding it.
I was thinking that like if it's got a hand inside of it and it's peeling it down, maybe I would set off the C4 while its hand is going past the C4.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so I think this is what we see. You see this giant hand, and as it peels down, like you get the momentary glimpse of its face, and it's a xenosaur. It's not a dinosaur, right? This is like the most like it's like a bunch of dinosaurs mixed together, the culmination of mutation and exposure to radiation or whatever else they were doing on this thing. It is a terrifying monster alien looking thing, right? And you see its terrible maw reaching through the door, like it's starting to, like you see its eyes glowing and like its head just in the door, like as the door is peeling down, you just see the glimpse of its head, and then you press the button, and the C4 goes off, and the whole door like gets shredded and flies off. And you see its hand, its giant claw thing, which is like longer and more human-like than you're comfortable with. The hand gets blown off, and it skids to a stop in front of where you guys are. Like, I imagine your door has a window on it, so you can actually see through what's happening here. And you needed to be able to see what you're doing so you could time it correctly, right? And the hand just like hits the window, cracks the window, and slides down, but the zenith, like the smoke and whatnot everywhere, and then it steps out, and like again, kind of like T-Rex meets alien sort of creepy thing, and as it looks at you, it turns and its stump starts growing back.
That's not good.
And that's the moment where TJ shows up in front of it.
That's also not good.
The Velociraptor's on his tail. What do you guys do?
I think at this point we run.
Mm-hmm. Do you run and grab TJ? Technically, we still haven't done the pheromones, so like you try to.
I would want. I'm all for
go.
running, but if you have a different idea, I'll listen.
Sacrifice the kid. We need to do our pheromone
I have
thing.
this army knife, and I'm not afraid to use it.
Can you imagine if we had TJ just roll fight on the Xenosaur right now, and then he actually succeeded?
Try me. I'll do it.
I'll cut you.
I never said I was using the knife function. I'm using corkscrew.
Yeah, what do you guys do? TJ, what do you do?
I think I kind of like look the dinosaur up and down, and I'm like, oh no, they let Charlie out.
Yes, nice.
That's not good.
So keep in mind, Emily, you have a move called Ah. Whenever you cry out to another hero for help, they must
have
answer your call.
Yeah.
Is that what you want to do?
I think I kind of assess the situation. Can I tell the Velociraptors are coming after me?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna be too happy with this big dinosaur either.
Mm-hmm. You just have to try not to be in the middle of them.
Yeah, so I think I like look this guy up and down, and I'm like kind of look behind me, and there's other dinosaurs coming behind me, and I'm just kind of like into the walkie-talkie.
Right. You turn it, you flip the switch on just in time as you're like whimpering, you're starting to hold it up to your face, and then you flip the switch.
So you hear it like echoed through the walkie-talkie and just outside the door.
Yeah. Who are you specifically calling to?
I don't think this doctor is gonna be, or this scientist guy is gonna be much help. He already made me break the machine because he didn't trust how strong I was.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me to use all my strength, and I broke it.
I'm gonna die.
I feel like I want that other guy.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's like,
and that, my friends, my dear friends in America, is how I survived Dino Island.
getting everyone else to die for me. So yeah, Brad, I think it's probably just like I think we get a flashback, Seth, to a year ago when the complex collapsed, and you heard the scream of a child like this then, and you weren't able to act on it for whatever reason, and now it just like triggers something in you, and you're like, I must help this child.
I'm gonna roll take my hand plus fit to run with him. Go grab him and run.
Yeah. When you stop what you're doing to help someone else in trouble, roll plus whatever makes the most sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Grab his hand and run. Go for it.
Ah! I was fully expecting
A
to
snack.
die.
We're so back, Seth. We're so back. All right,
Because I already have an injury. I was fully expecting to die.
Awesome. Yeah. So what does this look like, Brad?
I throw open the door, grab his hand, and yank him through as we run.
Yeah. So you're just booking it towards the exit.
Yeah.
All right. And Kurt, are you gonna run with them or?
If I say yes, do I get to take that and just be okay?
I don't think so.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. So instead, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to see if the dinos are going to duke it out, and then I'm going to try to finish the pheromone.
That makes sense. Okay, I think you should just roll. Just do it as you're like, you just like close the door behind Brad, and then just like start to mixing stuff. This is going to be difficult because like you don't have the equipment isn't working, right? It's not on, so you're going to have to do this. This is like makeshift. I think you have to change your goal here somewhat, right? You are not able to make the pheromones do like you can't mix them properly.
I already know what I'm going to try
What
to
are you
make
gonna
it do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make the pheromones make things like, instead of like, basically I want the opposite result. So every dino targets this thing as prey.
Okay.
It's that scene, or I thought you were going to that scene from Avatar with the sheer shoe. Where he just mixes all the perfumes together, so it's just so confused they don't know what to do.
Oh, yeah.
Could be that. I think it's I think the idea here is that you aren't able to do the particular mix that you wanted to that would give you the I am the alpha thing,
Yeah.
but you do have the pheromones by themselves, and you could just pick one, and the makeshift nature of like the just do it or the improv role here would be like making the proper canister to just deploy it, right?
Yeah.
Or something along those lines.
So then ultimately, not just these velociraptors, but all dinosaurs will target this thing and try to kill it.
You know what I think you do, Kurt? I think you look down at the pheromones you have, and you realize that you grabbed one, and it's just labeled Dinosaur X, and you didn't know what that meant. But then you're looking at this Xenosaur looking thing, and you're like, I think this might be this thing. So, yeah, that might be something you could do.
Okay. Well, I guess I will try to figure out a way to do this then.
Yeah. So again, what are you doing specifically then?
So with the Dino X thing, can I like?
I think you use it to camouflage yourself.
Oh, so I can use the Dino X to camouflage myself.
Yeah.
Can I use the other pheromones to make the other dinos aggressive towards?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, you grab a Gallimimus pheromone, you throw it on the Xenosaur, and the Velociraptors are like, prey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mainly just wanted to specify that you do have a Dinosaur X pheromone as well, whether or not you use it now. Yeah. Go ahead and roll your jury rig move.
Jury rig is what I want to do now.
There you go.
We're getting too lucky.
Yeah. Okay, so Kurt, what's your actual, like, how you describe this to us? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, so
Sort through your herbivore pheromones, and you're like, oh, this will work.
yeah, so I find the pheromone that I want, and basically what I need to do is I need a way to pinpoint focus it so it's like a spray blast.
Right.
At this Dino X.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not gonna
Yeah, sure.
be problematic. And then
you just find like the equivalent of like a hairspray can or something in here?
Yeah, I think so. If there's a way that I can like put it into a hairspray can.
Yeah, sure.
Or like a hyper focused, or like a hose. Like a pressure hose.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, this is like a lab for mixing stuff that you're in right now. So you just find some sort of like pressurized tube or something that you can like just force it out of.
Yeah.
Sure. Do you just shoot it at the Xenosaur?
Yeah.
All right, now roll just do it. All right. Yep. On a hit, you pull it off. On a 7-9, you slipped, hesitated, or cut corners. DM will offer you a hard choice. So, what do we think this means?
I think maybe it means I used all of it. Because
Right,
instead of like, I use some of it and then I can use other stuff later to do.
Yeah. Maybe the one doesn't work, right? Maybe you shoot it at the Xenosaur and the Velociraptors just see you and just start to turn on you. And then you just keep putting them in one by one, shooting. And eventually one of them, right? And then just like looks back at the Xenosaur and then, and then they go after it. But I think you're still going to have to run.
Yeah.
But like maybe they'll just one Velociraptor is on your tail instead of like all of them.
Okay. So
It's
do
like
I
whatever
still
was in the
have
back.
the Dino X or did I use the Dino?
I think you have Dinosaur X. Is that the
Okay.
only one you have remaining though?
Okay. So I'm running with the Dino X without having used it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and roll run for us. Nice. Incredible. All right, you
I've
escape to a
got
safe
some-
location. So,
So I go, all right, Charlie, it's time to run.
yeah, exactly. So, I mean, you tell me, Brad, where do you go? And I think everyone ends up there.
Back to where. Well, I have a homeward bound. When you trek to your hovel, roll plus clever. So I just go back to where I usually stay.
You just want to head home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Good place to, and I think that's probably, we just like cut forward in time at that point, right? Like we cut the scene there. You've all made it out of the lab alive. And then we
Somehow.
have you guys. Well, I guess we do need to make that roll though. It is a move, Brad, to see.
Oh, is that not my take my hand and move? I was kind of
No.
assuming that was-
Remember, when you trek to your hovel, roll plus clever. So you guys made it out. You're safe, but now you need to go to the to your hovel.
Oh,
That makes sense though. So I mean, up to you though. You can go somewhere safe nearby for free.
Okay,
Or
then I
you-
might do that.
Okay, yeah. Maybe another building of the complex here.
Another building in the complex.
Let me take a look at the options the game gives us. How about maybe a medical facility?
Yeah, that seems fitting.
Yeah, so once ordered shelves in disarray, stainless steel countertops. Yeah. So you guys make it there. You hole up somewhere and yeah, you have a moment to recover. Kurt, you have the Dinosaur X pheromone. And you have Charlie still. Are you gonna cut your losses and just bring that to the military? But yeah, we obviously, as you left, Kurt, we saw the Velociraptors like attacking the Xenosaur, and the Xenosaur's fighting them, and we hear those roars and stuff as you leave. You're muted.
And that's how I met Jesus. So I think what I'm going to do, I may not be Dinosaur King of all dinosaurs,
Mhm.
but I could be Dinosaur King of Charlie with this Pheromone X.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I want to turn Charlie into my very own pet.
Okay, so you want to use the pheromone to make Charlie think that you're the Charlie X, Big Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie X, and just like this Charlie is like little Charlie. We'll call him Little Charlie.
Mhm.
Little Charlie is like, he and I are bros. We're cool. And
You want to
Even
accomplish
if-
that with this pheromone?
maybe I think that's kind of what I'm thinking. I like that as an idea. I think I'm not going to do it yet. I think I'm going to save that as the last resort.
Okay.
And I'm going to, over the next couple of days, I'm going to debate if I want to give Pheromone X to the government or if I want to use it before I lose it.
So I guess here's the question. As soon as it's up to you guys really to determine whether or not you have done your mission here. Like, you still don't know who sabotaged your mission and why. your mission was to retrieve dinosaurs. If you are going to make a break for it with the Compsognathus, that's one thing. And we could check off that problem if you were going to just go to the rendezvous point at that point and then like send a flare up. Up to you how you want to handle it, or if you want to try for something bigger.
I think bigger is a little scary, especially since they can turn invisible.
Yep.
I feel like the danger of there's a child now involved
Mhm.
is probably enough to make me be like, we should probably call it.
So I think we'll go ahead and cross out this problem. We've officially decided that little Charlie is all we're gonna get for dinosaurs. It's too dangerous, and we'll see what the military might not be super pleased with that. But that makes sense, and that means that you all get to take an advance. So you choose you whatever it says there. I think usually it says when you advance, choose one.
Yep.
Go ahead and choose a move that you get, and then tell us what you chose.
So, question.
Mhm.
Is there a chance that we advance again, or is this last session? What is...
So the way the game is now pointed towards, because what's going to happen now is you're going to head towards the rendezvous point, right?
Yeah.
And so we've officially reached the second stage of the game, which is here. Let me find the. Yes. Something is going to start. Things are going to start escalating, is what I'll say. But technically, there is one final stage, which is like once you figured out the answer to the mystery, who sabotaged your mission and why. That'll be we go to straight climax. Like that is we have like a couple more things to do, and then we're done. Right? It's like you have to figure out how to get off the island. So yeah, go ahead and choose your move and let me know what you chose.
I did.
What do you choose, Seth?
I chose fade away. As long as you are in the wilderness, whenever you hide, treat your roll as a 10+, even if your enemy has eyes on you. Your friends are on their own.
Seth ensuring he lives till the end.
Yep.
Amazing.
It's my
All right.
only chance.
TJ, what'd you choose?
I chose inspire heroism. Another hero puts your needs above their own safety, including in response to any rolls they make are improved by 1 level.
Nice.
A miss becomes a 7 to 9. A 7 to 9 becomes a 10+.
Nice. That's a good move.
That's actually, really good.
I know. I'm a kid.
Kurt, what'd you choose?
I would just like to point out that the way that we've all chosen our moves here, like I already know how the rest of the movie goes.
Okay, nice.
And you'll understand why here in a second. I chose the nuclear option. I chose chaos. So here's how the rest of the movie goes, right? We're in a point in time where we're in the wilderness, we're being hunted by something. Seth pulls out his move, and he's fine. Us other two are not. And Kid cries, forces active heroism on Seth's character,
Yeah.
making his thing moot. And then it turns out that I have to take the nuclear option. You guys get away. We find out some horrible government secret. And then I have to blow up the island with myself.
So what does your move do?
The nuclear option. You know how to craft a powerful bomb. When you build one, tell the group just how powerful it is and how it's triggered. The DM will tell you how long it will take to build and what you need. When the bomb is triggered, roll plus clever.
Nice. So, at this point, you're in the medical facilities at the complex. What is your next plan? And remember, the longer you take to come up with a plan and start acting on it, the more likely it'll be that I just have a dinosaur attack you. One thing I will
wait there for 2 days.
One thing I will note is that I think on your way there you noticed something, and that something was suddenly everything around you got really cold,
as you were starting to get towards the medical facility, and a bank of fog started to roll in. A
Guys,
weird
this
kind of
might
weather
be-
pattern.
This might be the coming of the purple clouds. I've heard of this.
I feel it. I feel the cosmos.
I feel it. I feel the cosmos. The Pisces has returned to the sky. Ah.
And the fog starts glowing.
Is it purple?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I kind of was worried that maybe this was a thing I made up in my head. But no, it really did happen.
Kurt goes, I've been listening to too much Hendrix.
So yeah, do you guys do anything in the medical facility? There's medical stuff here.
Yeah, I take anything that we can use to like keep us alive the next couple of days, and also anything that we can use to mask our scent. Any food.
Sure, go ahead and make a scavenge test, scavenge roll. Let's see what that says. When you and another hero take a quiet moment to search for useful objects or information, tell them a story and roll plus clever.
Okay.
I don't know what happens when you run out of your stories. Let me see if
I just retell one of my stories.
Yeah.
Have I told you the old beans about?
Is it like something you like? It helps you at the end.
It does, yeah. So you can only get. I think you can only get the amount that's on your sheet. So I think probably we need to have someone else make the roll.
Well, that
the way I would.
sucks because I
Yeah.
I can try and
rolled it.
look
It was
for Band-Aids.
good.
Yeah, I think that's how I'm going to rule it, just so we can, because then we can allow other people to get their
Yeah.
stories, which is better for them, right?
Yeah,
I
that's-
haven't told a story yet. Did I tell a story? I don't have.
Do you have a
anything
good enough
marked.
Your
clever?
last character.
I have a 1.
Yeah,
I
I'd
also
say
have a 1.
I think it makes sense that Brad would be the one scavenging for this, right? He's a survivor.
Nobody wants my Band-Aid.
He's also the brother of the doctor.
True.
That doesn't.
Yeah.
Being the brother of a doctor gets you nothing extra. Don't say something.
Brad, what's your
A
story?
mundane comfort you miss. You
Hmm.
know. What was my other character's name again?
Greg.
You know, I've seen this stuff so much. Never on the end of actually doing it, though. It was always Greg patching me up after my latest excursion. Sad that that's never going to happen again.
Nice.
And then roll what?
Well, it might be if you were a believer in the Lord Jesus Christ and he comes in the resurrection.
Scavenge.
Okay.
All right. 7 to 9, you find something handy, but you make a lot of noise. You can pretend no dinosaurs heard you if you want. So I think at one point, Brad, you find a locker full of bandages and anesthetic and whatever else you need that for medical stuff. That would in a survival situation like this, that would be helpful. But it's like locked, and you know that you have to risk like this is important stuff, so you have to risk like breaking it open, right? You shatter the glass and you just like. Or whatever else, you bang it open, you tear it open, whatever you need to do. It makes a lot of noise, but you're like, yeah, it's worth the risk. Like, we need to get this stuff.
So what my brain did when Caleb said you find a locker full of, my brain immediately went, I found a locker full of sunshine. I found a locker.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
See if I can find the original.
Of course, Seth does not understand the very mainstream pop music reference.
Let me double checking something here about injuries. Want to double check like what the actual rule is for getting in. I know it said at some point like if you don't have a doctor, you need. I think it's like you said you need an NPC or something. But I can't find where that was. Assume it was probably by where the doctor sheet is. Yeah, here we go. Injuries. Injuries can be treated by someone with medical training. If nobody chose to play the doctor, you'll have to find an NPC to help you. So here's something.
Help.
Well, you don't have you're not an NPC. You're good. Well, actually, wait a second. Don't you have a move that's like, I know about this?
Yeah, I know this.
Yeah, when nobody else has a crucial skill.
Crucial skill.
There you
You
go.
reveal that you, in fact, that you have that skill because you're a precocious kid.
Yeah, so TJ, what do you actually say? Because Brad just like, waxed poetic about, wow, I wish like we had my doctor brother here. You could
What's
patch
his
us up.
injury?
His head. He's got a head wound.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Here, let me look at your head. I bumped my head a lot before and I fixed it up just fine.
But it is specifically head bonk is what I wrote down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the amount of times I've bonked my head, tons.
That explains
Here,
a lot,
let me
actually.
see it.
Oh,
Come here. Bend down. Let me see your head.
And we'll see if he actually knows what he's doing.
Fine.
Go ahead and roll. Just do it, Emily. Yeah, there
Mild
you go.
success. What does
I
that mean?
I think we'll say the hard choice is like you use way too much of it, like, and you waste some of it.
Oh, I mean, what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
What always
idea.
worked for me is you just stick a single Band-Aid on it and that makes you feel better.
Well, yeah, but like you do it,
All
right? Like you
fixed
actually
up.
do it.
Yeah, I
So-
put a Band-Aid on it.
But like that doesn't actually accomplish. Like that's not because I had to offer you a hard choice, right? That's the thing. It's like you slipped, hesitated, or cut corners.
Fine.
I-
I take a syringe with a needle, fill like Lidocaine and inject it around so it's numbed.
Okay, so it's like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Like it's too much, right?
Yeah, I snap on some gloves.
Yeah, I saw
I do
someone
this
do
all
this
the
once.
time to myself.
Jab.
Yeah.
I just have the images in my head now that this kid's a drug addict and just knows how to inject himself.
Oh no.
It's not that kind of injection. Jeez, come on, people. There's different kinds of injections. This is
Yeah.
not an IV injection.
And it's
So
also not an injection mold.
This is just sub-Q. Very different.
Brad, I think like probably what it is like you don't feel the pain anymore, and you don't feel much else either, right? Like,
But I can mark off my injury.
I think you can mark off your injury. I think you do have like this game doesn't have this, but you have like slur. Your speech is kind of slurred because like half your mouth is numb and like.
Well, thank you. Thank you, TJ. I feel better now. I don't sound better though.
Do you need to take a nap? You sound kind of tired.
Yes, that is the problem. Definitely the problem.
Yeah, it sounds like you need to it sounds like your mouth is tired. I'm glad your head feels better though.
He's just sitting there like, this kid does not understand sarcasm.
I'm 8 years old.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but yeah, that.
Are you guys gonna head straight to the rendezvous at this point then?
Was it later today we were gonna like rest for the night or?
It is nighttime at this point. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm not supposed to be out at night. We should probably sleep.
Medical base probably gonna face escape for now.
I don't understand your tired mouth.
I didn't either.
I said medical base probably a good enough place to stay for now.
Yeah, it is close to where the Xenosaur got out though.
Well, hopefully the dinosaur is dead. Hopefully.
Yeah, I think there'd be another roll here to like find. Well, here, what is the respite moves?
Well, I can hide outside.
Yeah, there's no immediate peril. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what the role here is. Because like if you take too long to do something,
it was gonna be 3 days until the rendezvous anyway.
Yes, but like I don't think we're gonna get there in game. Like
Okay,
we've already
fair.
spent 3 sessions on one day, so I think there would have been a failsafe of like if you need to get there faster, you have a flare gun, shoot off the flare at the rendezvous point, we'll come pick you up, right? Like they just have an aircraft carrier next to the
Fair.
island.
Okay,
right?
yeah, we would go now then.
Yeah. So I think this is Brad's move, right? Where are we going? And you have a move for
Well, they know the specific location on the island. So I roll plus clever to see if I've been there.
Go for it. All right. On a 7 to 9, you remember where it is and the reason it's challenging to get there. So we know that the helicopter rendezvous was here. It's near the coast, but up to you, Seth. You can make up whatever details you want.
I mean,
about
I'm gonna
what this
say
place
it's probably
is.
challenging to get there because it's all the way a frick across the half of the island.
Yeah. Okay. It's just a long trek.
Yeah, it's very, very far away. It's gonna take some time. We're gonna have to travel overnight. We might be up there by daylight.
Yeah, and traveling at night on this island is very dangerous.
Let me see what these moves. Let me review the moves again.
You could always do the
Can I
lay of
do
the land move.
land?
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, Terry, if you want to roll that, you can do it.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah. What story do you want to tell?
Something cool a friend taught me.
Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to tell a story. I forget that move. And it doesn't count to my other thing. Last time I was there.
Oh, just last time you were there. Yeah.
Oh, several months ago. I don't know what it's been like since. That's all.
No, that's fine. Yeah. Go ahead,
So
DJ.
far away, it's not worth. It's hard to travel, so it's
Yeah.
hard to just by going.
I'm gonna tell about something cool a friend taught me before. And it's when you're looking around, sometimes when you put on some glasses, it helps you see things better. But sometimes if you want to wear these glasses, that's cool too. Those don't really help you see better. These are better for seeing. Especially if the sun is out. These help protect your eyeballs if you wear glasses like this. And that's something cool a friend taught me.
Okay, hold on. Do the thing again, because I've always tried to figure out how people do that, and I'm like
That?
always like,
You do this, and then you move your hands like this. Put your fingers in front of you, and then move your wrists like this. Move your wrists down, and then flip.
So do this, Jordan, but then go to put your fingers underneath your chin.
Yeah.
And then rotate your hands up. Put your fingers underneath your chin.
Can you just not move your wrists that
I
far?
can't move my wrists more than this. What in the world is with you people? My wrists only go this far.
Interesting.
Like they go there, and that's it. Like I can't bring my.
That's
Oh,
sad.
It's not the wrist. It's not the wrist so much. It's the shoulders. Because
You
put
like
it
move
here.
your elbows up too.
Yeah, that's true. You got to move your elbows up. Yeah.
This is not
Premium content here.
Well,
Go to patreon.com/Caleb Powers.
I think I know what the clip is.
Hey, you did
Safe to
it!
say, Jordan was not the friend who taught me that.
I can do the frog. I figured this one out.
Yep.
Nice.
Whoa.
Frog. And there's. Wait, no.
I can also do this.
So go ahead and roll for us there, TJ. Roll
Ooh.
lay of the land.
Okay.
And Caleb, I think that's the clip.
I clipped the moment.
9.
I clipped the moment where Jordan was trying to explain to TJ how to turn the thing on.
Oh.
But I also wrote the 10s time down for that. So, all right. So TJ, on a hit, the DM will tell you about 2 landmarks, 1 natural, 1 man-made that you can see. So I think we have. Where are these landmarks? There's a bunch of jungle in between you and there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
and I
that's
can see
such a-
really far because when I was looking around, I put my glasses on.
Yep. So we have a thick stretch of jungle right here in the middle, right?
Mhm.
You know that the air is heavy with humidity. There's swarms of insects, green in every direction. So that's an obstacle in the way. But then I think you also know about a man-made thing. I think you know about.
Is it a monorail that covers the whole island?
It might be a monorail. I'm trying to decide.
That keeps somehow being
not a
the
stereo
things
rail.
that could happen.
Because it has the yellow thing in its ear.
What do we think is more interesting? A monorail, a radio tower, or a river outpost?
I can't believe monorail is really one of the options.
Yeah.
You're saying.
It is, yeah.
I think monorail personally. It just
Monorail's
seems
pretty
the
cool,
most-
right?
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
So I think it must have been part of the complex, right? Originally. And I think you would know, Seth, that like it's been out of commission for a long, long, long time, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it does get there a lot quicker if you could get it running. So TJ, you get up on top of something, right? And you're looking around and you're like, what about the whatever, right? I don't know how you would say it, but
The monorail.
just monorail. I guess you heard your parents
I'm
probably talk
8.
about it.
I'm
Yeah.
not dumb.
No, yeah, I guess I was just I for a second there I was like, if you didn't know, hadn't used it ever, but you were in the complex, your parents probably said the word plenty. Yeah.
Just because I don't know the word hairless doesn't mean I don't know the word monorail.
Yeah.
Two
Yeah, so
different words.
So TJ, you point out the monorail. You're like, what about the monorail? And Brad, I would like you go ahead and roll your move where like so as soon as someone mentions something, just to see how much you know about it. I'm assuming that at least you would know like it doesn't work, right? So that's not an option. But like, yeah, we'll see.
Roll the same thing.
Yeah, I think the reason it's challenging, like I think the idea is like you're like, oh, yeah, sure, the monorail doesn't work, right? Hasn't worked for a
Yeah.
year, right?
Power's been out all over the island for a long time.
But yeah, Kurt, if you had an idea of like how to get it running again, kind of
I
your
could
jam.
get it running in an hour. I don't know.
Just
My
don't
father used to work on monorails. Have I ever told you that?
My father was a monorail.
And his father before him. Come from a long line of monorails.
You want to know how I know about this monorail?
You wouldn't know how I got
Oh, she froze.
this
No.
monorail.
Oh, there it is.
No.
My father took me into the city to see a marching band.
But a monorail killed them all. Went right through the city. Okay, so Kurt, are you just like confident that you can restore it, or do you have a particular idea about it?
It's a particular set of skills.
I have a particular set of skills. No, I think either I can fix it, or I can jerry rig something to get us going along the monorail without it
Right.
being, even if it's like the
Sure,
pump
yeah.
monorail.
Wild West pump cart. Cool. That makes sense. Yeah. So, you guys, it's still nighttime. You will still have to make your way to the monorail station, which is at the other end of the complex. The Xenosaur or the Velociraptors or something else might be around here somewhere. And you did just recently fail a move or got a 7 and 9 on a move that said dinosaurs heard you. So it's going to be a risk, but that sounds like the next step. So let's have whoever makes the most sense to do this, according to the way the rolls want us to do things, make a just do it. So who has the lowest steady?
I think
-1.
-1.
I think TJ has that too. Up to you guys, whoever wants to. I guess it'd also be the worst position. It probably makes sense that it's TJ then to roll
I'm
this. He's literally a
8.
kid. Yeah. So go ahead and roll steady for us to just do it, and this is quietly crossing right the
Here we go.
complex. Yeah, there we go.
I rolled
wondering
a
when I fail.
2.
What happened?
Okay, so what happens is, let's see here.
So it might be my fault, but you guys can't blame me. Why? I'm 8. Can't be blamed.
You are creeping through the dark complex. The stars overhead are the only thing lighting your way. And I do think actually the other glow in the sky is the volcano in the distance. You can tell that it is spewing more and more lava. I think at one point the ground shakes. Yeah, it's definitely getting worse.
It's been less than a day.
I think you see the volcano just spew out some more red hot glow in the distance. The ground shakes a little bit. And then you see the Xenosaur just in front of you. It is next to one of the other buildings, but it just stares at you. You see its eyes glowing in the night, reflecting off of whatever, the light of the volcano in the distance, the starlight above, and it's just standing there watching you. It doesn't do anything yet. What do you guys do?
I would like to point out that I'm, listening to music here in the background, just have it as quiet as possible.
Yeah.
It's going. You know what song came on and what lyric started playing as soon as you described that?
Yeah.
When you see my face, hope it gives you hell, hope it gives you hell.
Nice.
When you walk my way. Yeah. Soon as you mentioned him.
You see the Xenosaur with his abnormally long arms, more human-like than dinosaur-like, long, distending claws. It just kind of lowers one of its claws, and there's like a rusted vehicle sitting here in like what was once a street in the complex, and it just kind of like caresses the top of the vehicle, and like with its long nails too, though, so it does a horrible screeching sound, like across the top of the thing, but it's just watching you with preternaturally intelligent eyes. Charlie says, "Oh, you've done it now, old bean." Little Charlie, obviously.
Every dinosaur named
flip
Charlie.
at the bird.
Finally gotten it.
It flips you the bird back, and then Brad says, "They're learning. They're evolving."
I challenge it to rock, paper, scissors.
What do you do? It's in your way, but it doesn't seem to be moving towards you yet.
I would like to look over there.
Okay. How so? You gonna throw Charlie?
That's a great question. What do? I think I throw TJ. No.
You have the Dinosaur X pheromone.
Yeah.
Can I go?
Apparently not.
Can I? Can I go? Big Charlie's over there. You have to help me. So then it gives him the like advantage thing.
Sure.
Who are you giving that to?
You,
To
because
Kurt.
you're about to roll something.
Okay.
So I'm actually recruiting you for help because I need you to protect me from Big Charlie.
Okay. I bust the pheromone X over the head of Brad.
Can you imagine? Seth's away from his computer right now. Can you imagine if we just did that and then you guys just ran and then we had to tell Seth when he returned?
Yes, I can imagine that. And it's about to happen.
All right,
Seth,
well,
bad news.
What?
Just kidding.
We're just kidding. I made the joke because we're like trying to figure out what to do. I'm like, well,
I didn't see a bad roll, so I was confused why you're saying that.
no, I said I take pheromone X and I bash it over Brad's head.
Oh my gosh.
And then we run.
And then you realize that Big Charlie is actually Big Charlotte, and she has a bow on her hair, and she looks at you with big doll eyes, and then runs after you.
Charlie can be a girl's name.
That's true.
Good luck, Charlie.
Mm-hmm. So what's your actual plan?
Um,
Using Dinosaur X pheromone to do what?
Using Dinosaur X pheromone. to create a bomb. No. I mean, I feel like the solution here has to be either we all are temporarily invisible to it, or I use it on the dinosaur so it confuses it in some way. Kind of like Seth's point earlier about confusing.
The sheer shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah, I think either one of those makes sense. I think it's the cooler option is to do it on you guys, and then you can
Yeah.
have like the standoff where you're like slowly moving around it, and it's just like confused, right? Like,
Yeah. Let's do that.
all right, go ahead and do your distraction move then.
Look over there.
All right, there you go. Yeah, I think this works. Like you splash it over everyone's bodies, and it stinks. But like you manage to actually, you know what? It smells like nothing. It's completely odorless.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
Yeah, and you just kind of start inching your way in a long arc around the thing, right? You just like move very slowly, right? And the thing just watches you, and then it cocks its head almost like a puppy does at a new sound. And it just seems confused, like it sniffs and it just seems confused, and then just watches you go.
What if this thing is like perfectly sentient and not hostile to us at all, and it like is actually like a person that became a dinosaur, and it's just like, why are they?
Well, you
just...
never really asked me, but I hadn't seen my dad in so long, and it's because he's been in the vault. They just named me Terry Jr. Because they liked TJ and they liked the name Terry as well. So my first name is Terry and my middle name is Junior. I'm not like my dad's name is Charlie. He's that dinosaur.
I was thinking of going in the direction of like him thinking like, why did they just cover themselves in my pee?
Those sick freaks.
It's just like, I don't want to eat you anymore.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with you freaks. Yeah, weirdo.
He's like actually totally cool with us, but now he's just like,
Gross,
he's
man.
like, I'll defend you from those velociraptors. What are you spraying me with?
Yeah, so you guys kind of arc your way around, and then do you make a run for it at that point after you get around the thing, or what?
I think we head towards. Okay, so monorail plan.
Yes.
I think we just head towards the monorail.
Are you running?
I think we're walking at an advanced pace. We're walking walking at an advanced pace.
Sounds good. Whoever has the lowest fit, can you roll a run for me?
Not me. I got 2.
That would be me.
Go for it, Jordan. Yep. Okay, so the Velociraptors show back up.
Dang it.
You guys are walking fast at first, right? And then you start to hear sounds coming from the bushes, right? And they're closing in on you, and it's so dark and you can't see anything. And eventually your panic instinct, your fight or flight just kicks in, and you all just book it as fast as you can. Kurt, you stumble almost right away. And one of these things jumps on you. And you get injured, but you're not like dead, right? Like you get injured. And you want to describe that for me? Like what is how do you get away from the thing but still get like a big claw mark on you?
I have my toolkit, so I probably just reach for anything in my toolkit and start to like stab at its eyes.
Actually, you know what? Might actually be a better idea. They were going by sight at first because they're just like, prey running. And then as soon as the one gets on top of you, it smells you, and it's the Xenosaur stuff. And it just like, right? Like, and it's just like, get away. And it lets you run.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
So it jumps on top of me. Maybe it doesn't take a really like a swipe at me or anything, but like I'm an older guy, frail a little bit.
Yeah.
So it like pops my arm out of socket or something.
Sure, yeah. You get a sprain or a bruise or something. You go ahead and write that injury in however you'd like. But you now have an injury, and the threat is still around. So like it lets you get away because it's confused and like scared for a minute. You guys get to the monorail station. You're starting to climb up the long staircase that goes up to the monorail itself, right? And now you're going to have to figure out, like, that they're still coming after you. You're going to have to do something to fend them off or keep them away from you as Kurt gets this thing up and running. What's your plan?
Akimbo machine guns.
I mean, I can't exactly
Can I
hide.
offer them? Can I distract them by offering them my candy bar to share and then throw it?
Sure, yeah, you can do the look over there move. Go for it.
A great success.
All right, cool. Yeah, you draw the dinosaur's attention where you intend. Yeah, I mean, I think we've established that like TJ just does this with the dinosaurs, and somehow it's worked so far. Like you just been like, and maybe it's like these velociraptors are used to getting food from you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
and
it's not that they're actually dangerous. It's just like those pigeons when you feed them outside your house. They just keep coming back because they keep
They're
expecting
coming
food.
and you guys
The
are
dinosaurs
scared
are
they're gonna
dangerous on
hurt
this
us.
island simply because TJ has been feeding them all.
Yeah, I've created monsters. So I just go like,
It's not that they were doing genetic engineering. It's ultra processed foods. That's the real
Yeah.
danger.
I'm like,
I've figured it out.
Sorry, Em.
TJ is the dinosaur king we all want to be, yeah.
Make your move. Come on and make your move.
my move is I go, Charlie, are you guys just hungry? Here. And if we're starting to climb the stairs, I like I just throw it as far as I can back towards Big Charlie.
Yeah. So they go after it at first, right? And that'll buy you a moment for Kurt to do his just do it move or improv move or whatever you want to do. How are you attempting to get this monorail back up and running? There is no power. Kurt?
I did my time and I want out. So I'm going to find a backup generator first. I'm going to try to find a backup generator. Because, that always goes well for me. Then, once I have may or be or maybe not be found the backup generator, I'll go from there.
All right. I think we'll roll a just do it first to find a backup generator. So go ahead and roll just do it.
No.
Oh, nice. Okay. So let's see here. What does this mean? I think there's maybe no backup generator or it's been destroyed or something. But then I get to make a move here.
I decided. Brad's just like, I told you it was broken.
Do have an idea for after, possibly, depending on what happens.
Okay. I think. Trying to think of a way to fail forward here. Kurt, you don't know that the generator isn't going to work until you get there. It's like in the station itself, not on the monorail, right? The little station building there. And so you rush down the stairs again to like go into that building. And up to you, Brad and TJ, are you staying on the monorail?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. So the Velociraptors come back, and now you guys are split up, right? Like Kurt is stuck in the building. Like you get the door closed, but you're stuck in the little building.
And you're trying to get the generator on. And you're like, oh, this is a no-go. Like, it's not going to work. But now you're trapped in there, and TJ and Brad are still in the monorail. So they'll either have to come save you, or you'll have to get yourself out somehow. But the Velociraptors are doing something very familiar as they, wander around the little building, scratching at the glass, trying to get in.
I want to.
It seems like the Xenosaur pheromone is keeping them from just like rushing the thing and like breaking the glass open and attacking, but it's only a matter of time before their fear will their hunger will override their fear.
I want to see if I can find anything gas powered, like a vehicle or even like a moped or something.
I was gonna want to try and hotwire the monorail, even though that makes no sense.
You have a move that says when you have a set of skills, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is I was gonna say I'm a kid, so I know how to hotwire monorails.
Sure, let's
split up, so that
There's
doesn't
no
make
Let's try that
power.
first.
How do you hotwire something that doesn't have any power?
Gas powered stick.
Yeah.
Never runs
that's
out of gas. I'm so glad you know that, Jordan.
Yeah, that is fair though. That you do need power to figure out. Like you need to have a power source to be able to get it up and running.
It's solar powered.
It could be. Yeah.
I don't. That's what I'm like. This is not reality. This doesn't have to follow the rules of science. Why do I have to have a power source if I just have a skill to be able to hotwire a monorail?
Yeah. No. Well, no. I do think that like you being a part of like having lived in the complex, you could attempt this if you had like a piece of we could assume you had a piece of information that nobody else does, and like no, it's solar powered or whatever, right? And you figure out how to do it. You could at least attempt it, right?
Yeah. If hey, other guy who's with me, who's not Kurt. What's your name? Brad. Actually, it's you see this giant wheel that's right here? It's like a hamster wheel, but people can run in it and power the monorail.
I think that's outside of the scope of your move here. I don't think you can make up stuff about.
Well, you're just making up that it requires power.
I'm the GM.
And I am just going with the story, you know? I had a crucial piece of information.
What if
that
it's
there
like
was actually this
what if it's that you can
hamster
hand crank it?
So I think the only way that TJ can like try to do something here is if a skill that he happens to have as a precocious kid can get this monorail up and running somehow without like making up something new, like crazy new, like a hamster wheel.
Not crazy.
That seems pretty unlikely.
I feel like the crank makes sense. Makes some sense.
Yeah, but there's no skill involved there. Like I want if TJ is going to be the one rolling this, it needs to be involved.
True,
like it's just like he happens to have a skill that would help in this moment.
I know that if you pry open the back panel, there's solar panels on here.
But it's
that were hidden, and then I know how to hotwire it once it's powered up with the solar panel.
But it's
night. It's nighttime though.
Oh, I forgot that it was nighttime. Okay, that one I really did not remember.
Could it be?
This actually solar powered, and it takes the reflection of the sun's rays from the moon and powers up.
Jordan, please save us.
Okay, so what if it's that there actually is a different backup generator that's like underneath the railing, like there's like circuit boards and paneling like underneath, and that's maybe the real reason why it's not running and why it's not working, because that's what's not working. It's actually not that it needs to be powered by the
right. It's whatever is on the train itself that needs to be hooked up properly. That makes sense,
on the
because then
train,
we can
or like in the monorail. There's like circuit. Like you go like underneath the railing itself, and there's
I like that. So it's less about like TJ discovers a completely new thing, and more like Kurt is trying to get this generator running, and maybe you do get it running. Maybe that's the thing. You get it running, but the monorail doesn't start, and it doesn't seem like it did anything, right? Like you're like, does this just power the random kiosk here? Like, is that it? But then TJ, you remember, or at least you have the skills to hotwire stuff, right? So you have to like pull up a panel from the bottom of the monorail and do something to the rail itself to get there's like something, a connection broken or something, but you have the skill to do it. Go for it. You can roll just do it.
Now, here's the fun part: is we did all that, and I'm still probably gonna fail.
Yeah, there you go. All right, awesome.
TJ, you
TJ,
should have just let the hamster wheel happen and fail immediately.
TJ, I think you electrocute yourself.
Okay.
Like in Jurassic Park, we see you just like fly backwards and like, oh, your hair's all. So go ahead and take an injury. You have electrocuted. And you're stunned for a little while here, right? You're just like, oh, Brad. How do you react to that?
Are we outside currently?
No, I think you're in the rail, the monorail.
So he's electrocuted. I can't grab him.
Well, no, he like flew back. He's not still being electrocuted.
But
Yeah,
now you know that electricity is running through.
It is, but it's just like it's not working. I think the idea here, like with the failure, is like it's too dangerous to work on. Like there's you would need like special equipment which you don't have.
What if whatever TJ did, it actually worked, but now the monorail is about to go?
I don't think so, because like
without us
he
on it.
failed, right? Like
Yeah,
that would be like a complication thing
Okay,
where like it's going, but Kurt now has to run up to catch it. I don't think it works yet. You might still be able to figure out a way to get it going, but like there is a current running down there, but like it's the wires are way too dangerous for someone like TJ at least to try to do it.
I could
Do it without instruction.
Oh,
We'll have the walkie-talkies.
Or you could just do it yourself.
I can't though.
Kurt's stuck in the building.
Oh, he's stuck, right.
Would Brad try to help him there? Get the velociraptors away?
I could try shooting on it with my trank rifle, but I don't have a good skill to do so.
It would be just do it.
Which I'm awful at.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem.
You could also roll fight.
What's fight do? Is this just straight roll?
You get a +1 if you have a weapon. That's the only bonus you get. On a hit, you buy precious moments for someone to help you. On a 7 and 9, you also choose one. You aren't injured or you injure the enemy. On a 10+, both. So on a fail, you die.
I don't want another character.
It's either that or you roll steady.
Don't let the fear of striking out stop you from playing.
Well, because the thing is, like, part of me wonders, like, do I just wait for them? Like, does he just like wait and say, like, there's gonna be a helicopter? There's gonna be a helicopter.
Yeah,
I mean,
in all fairness, rolling just do it. Even if you fail, will not mean you die.
Okay,
maybe let's try that first, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could also do look over there, which you have better skill at.
Oh, that's true. I have clever. I do have some edible plants. I don't think that helps anything.
Yeah, it doesn't help here.
I have a terrible stench.
Yeah, sure.
I don't remember why.
It's like Tyrannosaurus pee and stuff.
Right. I could try. Huh?
Well, is the Lizard X? What's his name? What's the
Big Charlie?
Big Charlie. Is Big Charlie still like in visual sight?
You don't know where he went.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw the T-Rex pee and look as I look over there. See what happens with it.
Yeah, go for it. On a 7 and 9, the dinosaur notices you.
But I'm up on the monorail.
Yes. So what happens here is you're trying to get them away from Jordan. So they do, right? They're like, yeah, you know what? He still smells like Xenosaur. We don't even want to go over there. Actually, let's go after this guy. He smells like Tyrannosaurus pee.
I threw it. I didn't.
Yeah. Either way,
this thing generates Tyrannosaurus pee.
They go after you instead. It seems like a safer target, basically. Maybe the building that Jordan is in is just too impregnable, and so they're like, yeah, okay, we're gonna cut our losses and go after the monorail now. So Kurt, you can get out now, but yeah, you close the door obviously, but they're like, they're attacking it. Kurt, you can do something now, right? You're freed up.
Okay.
TJ, you're slowly coming to after being electrocuted.
I need to jury rig that monorail.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna go to the how are you gonna get to the monorail? It's surrounded by raptors now.
Okay, so first thing I want to see, like I said before, I want to see if I can find like a gas powered bike or something, or like something that'll like give me a short range mobile edge. That obviously I couldn't take this bike all the way because I would never have enough gas. Or if there's just gas in general, if I could like start a fire.
Trying to think of what move that would be. It would be scavenge if you're in safety. Instead, I think it's probably just do it. Yeah, try to find something useful under pressure, right? You're not good at that.
I mean, I'm better at that than run or like anything fit.
True. Yeah, that's true. You have a +1 on it.
Here's a question.
Mm-hmm. Didn't sound like one.
No, I thought I answered the question in my own head. I talked to myself through it. The answer was no, that's dumb. It involved a zip line that probably doesn't exist. So
Ask the questions out loud, and then other people also say that it's dumb, and that's fun too.
well, see, I have enough negative validation in my life. That's what I go to work for.
Jordan.
I think take my hand actually might be the best thing here, but I don't know what that means.
When you stop what you're doing to help someone else in trouble.
Right.
So,
but I don't know how helping. I'm trying to help Brad for sure, but I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I mean,
well, don't help me. Get the thing running. I just helped you. If you do help me, then they're just gonna go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
yeah,
well,
destructive. Okay, you distract. No, you distract.
Can I? So can I actually make it there to the monorail now?
You can make it to the monorail, but it's surrounded by velociraptors.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. Like the distraction didn't work well enough.
Yeah. But you have a moment to do. Like I do think that like just do it is probably the best option here. Just scavenge something useful around the area here, because otherwise you just just bouncing back and forth. Hey, there you go. Yeah, I mean, I think it makes sense that maybe there's like gas here, or it could be a vehicle like a Jeep or something kind of here that's kind of rusted that maybe you could get working again. Anything like that makes sense.
Yeah. I think probably like a small vehicle or maybe I don't know, maybe there's a Jeep there. I was thinking that maybe it would be like a motorbike or something.
Yeah, could be that. What are you trying to do?
I want to drive fast enough past the velociraptors so they can't really have a chance to get to me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get the monorail up in order, and then I want to drive back and take my hand to grab Brad and drive back to the monorail and get the heck out of Dodge.
I don't think you need to do all of that. I think you can, if there's a motorbike here, which you succeeded, so I think you can get one. I think you can drive it up onto the monorail and drive past the velociraptors down the rail to another part of the train, and then get on that way instead of where they are right now, which is right in front of Brad. And then you can just get in the monorail, fix it, and you're already with Brad.
So Brad is on the monorail.
Yeah, he's in the monorail. Yeah.
Okay.
They're just surrounding the monorail.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
if you
Yeah, yeah.
grabbed a motorbike and got it running.
Yeah. I was picturing, for some reason, I thought that he was like away from the monorail.
No.
Nope, I inside.
Okay. Then that.
Okay. I'm thinking. I think this is a run, unfortunately, or just do it again. Yeah, it's just do it. It's to drive a car. Yeah. So you need to ride the motorcycle. Hey, nice, incredible. So what do we see is Kurt just like rips out of this little shack here with a motorbike.
I think I find like the motorbike and someone left their like helmet and like the sunglasses on there.
Yeah.
So you're just saying no.
Right up the
I'm
the
fully
stairs.
like picturing that you're riding out of like something that has a wooden door, and you just
slam
don't
through
open
it.
the
Yeah.
door, you crash through it perfectly.
Yeah.
And it's like we barely recognize the dude because you just have the helmet on, and you're just like, you look so much cooler now.
It has like the
For some
one
reason, you're
spike
not
on
wearing-
it.
You're wearing like a cool like leather jacket.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Collar
obviously there's a
pop.
leather jacket next to the motorbike.
And like, I've always wanted to. And then you just cut to.
Yeah, and so we see you go up the stairs, right? And then you pivot sharply as one of the Velociraptors like dances out of the way and then tries to take a swipe at you, and you just rip down the monorail. And what ends up happening is you're going down on like right in the little crack between the rail and like the safety concrete on the side of the monorail, but the tires start smoking because there's something wrong with the wiring on the rail itself, right? And so like it's rubber and stuff, so it's not like hurting you or anything, but you see those tires just start smoking, and like this motorbike's gonna be out of commission by the time you get to where you're going. But you rip down the rail and then like jump off onto like the back of this first car, right? And then get yourself inside and rush in, ripping the helmet off real cool, like. But yeah, I like to think that like TJ, you're like still kind of stunned, sitting against leaning against the side of the
Whoa, I'm having a really weird dream.
Exactly. And you see this guy ride back, and we even see Kurt just like give you a little salute,
that
like
my
I'm
dad?
doing a wheelie.
Well, and like one of my arms
Are
is
you my
probably
dad?
still messed up. So
yeah.
I'm doing this all with one arm.
Whoever that is, he's super cool.
Okay, so you get inside. I do think the raptors are circling around because they're like, ooh, there's a door over here. We can maybe get to it. So you'll have a limited amount of time here. Do you want to try to jury rig this thing?
Oh, of course I do.
Now, keep in mind, if you fail this, you're probably gonna die because we just said there's a live wire here.
I mean, you know.
You can get electrocuted
Starting
and
to
survive.
come to, Kurt.
Yeah, but he has.
Oh, but right,
had
he has
an
another injury.
Yeah.
I'm starting to come to. Kurt, I can tell that's you. I tried to fix the wiring on the rail itself, and it didn't work, and I got electrocuted. Will you do it instead? I feel like if I do it, I'm gonna get hurt.
Are you giving
Trying
me
to cheese
a
the system here.
Ah! I need your help. Put my safety ahead of yours.
So do I get
So it
Yeah,
just-
go ahead.
okay. So what does that advantage look like?
When you roll it, it just means you can't miss.
Okay.
It'll increase your success by 1 level. Hey, there you go. Full success then.
You get a full success.
So I think just you do it on a full success is what it is. Cool. Yeah. So you managed to, and you have to be very careful about it, right? But like you've done this sort of thing. You're literally an electrical engineer, technologist guy, right?
Yeah.
So you just like you do it no problem. You're like, nice try, kid, right? Like slam the panel down, and the monorail starts chugging along. But I think what happens is you guys are like, we're home free. The Velociraptors like peel off, like they can't keep up, and you're like, yay! And then suddenly the monorail like screeches to a halt, and
He's still
you-
inside of it, of course.
you see the Xenosaur like at eye level with the car, and it has punctured the top and is staring in at you guys.
Wait, it's that big
Yeah, it's pretty big.
that it. I feel like I've been picturing it way too small. If it's big enough that it's stopping a monorail and puncturing the top with its hands.
It almost seems bigger now for some reason.
What?
I don't like this.
What do you do?
I want to pull the gas can off of the. I want to pull the gas can off of the motorcycle, and I want to jerry rig a bomb to throw at this stupid thing.
I want to fight him with my Swiss Army knife.
I want to light his Swiss Army knife on fire.
I'm still not going to use the knife attachment. but
I have a spear. I can stab him with
I
it.
will use the Phillips head screwdriver attachment instead.
We all just like, yeah!
I'll take the pen light. I'll take the pen light and shove it up his nose.
This is Power Rangers, guys.
It's
so-
Morphin' time!
It's you.
Yeah. So, Kurt, I don't think you have a gas can with you. Like, you'd have to siphon the gas out of the motorbike somehow.
Well, I mean, like, if there's a way to, like,
Oh, just rig the motorbike itself to explode?
I mean, that would be great. But I was really thinking, like, taking, like, the gas canister.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's on the motorbike.
That will take time. You could attempt it, but if the other characters are going to literally fight the thing first, then that would be the roll that happens first.
I mean, I was kind of joking.
Terry, you could cheese it again and you could be like, Big Charlie, help me, Brad. And then he could fight it and he couldn't die because you would increase it by one level.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Big Charlie's gotten even bigger. He's now bigger Charlie. I'm really scared and I still feel a little electrocuted. I'm scared that I might die. Please.
What am I
help me.
rolling?
You're rolling just 2d6 plus 1.
Just straight
Actually,
up
fight
fighting this thing.
might be on the sheet, yeah.
Yeah.
Fights on the sheet, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just stabbing it with my hunting knife it's probably hunting knife, not the trank rifle.
Yeah, or
You
your
say you
spear.
had a spear.
Oh yeah, spear. I'll throw my spear.
Yeet,
Do I have a
think
weapon?
I think we described it as you have a gun that used to have bullets, but now just has like a spear, like a bayonet sort of thing at the end of it. That's kind of what
Oh
you're
yeah.
stabbing it with.
Yeah,
Okay,
you have a weapon.
All
So
right.
it's-
So it's a partial
Good thing
success.
it's a partial success. So here, I'll open up the basic moves.
I rolled a 1 and a 4.
On a 7 and 9, you choose 1. You aren't injured or you injure the enemy. Either way, you buy a precious moment for someone to help you. You can choose you aren't injured.
Is it either? I mean,
Either way, you buy a moment. And I think the
Mhm.
moment will be enough for Jordan to rig a bomb, which is a better solution against this.
Yeah,
thing,
let's
right?
just do that. I'll just buy him a moment then.
But yes, you do that no matter what. I assume you're just going to choose you aren't injured then?
Yes.
You're just keeping it away long enough. Like you stab it and like, kind of like,
Or just like throw it so it has to like dodge out of the way and stuff like that.
yeah. You either way, it's like not focused on attacking anyone else or poking its head in. You're keeping it at bay. Go ahead, Kurt. Just do it. Or jury rig, I guess. Yeah, just that's what it is. All right, on 7 and 9, it'll work, but choose one. You'll have to take apart something else. It won't last long, or it'll take a while. I guess you'll have to take apart
I mean,
something
he's
else.
taking
Makes
apart
sense.
the
Like,
bike, right?
yeah, the bike no longer a bike being useful to you. Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, and then you throw it, makeshift bomb. It blows up. We get this huge explosion, and then the thing rips its claws out of the top and just is distracted long enough that the monorail keeps chugging along, and you leave the Xenosaur behind. Very cool. I think that's probably good enough place as any to end our session for tonight. You guys are on the monorail, and we can probably open up next time with you guys getting to helicopter rendezvous, right? And we'll find out what happens when you only have a Compsognathus to show for with the military. Maybe that
Hey,
will go well.
We have a Compsognathus and our lives.
But for
And,
how long?
We also have a child.
True. Yeah, a random child. There you go. Yeah, the
that
military's gonna be like,
dinosaur my
well, at least we
dad?
can experiment on him.
I'm 8.
So what's
Day
funny
after
is,
I turned it.
do we remember when Alyssa was free next?
Nope.
Because I think it's coming up. I think it might be next week that she's free. In which case, maybe she just ends up playing another character for the last couple session or two of this, depending on how it goes.
Are we gonna
I
have
haven't-
2 more sessions of this?
I don't know. Like, it depends on how fast things escalate. I think we could probably do it in one more session. That makes sense.
Alyssa is the helicopter pilot.
Yeah, it could be like it's the soldier playbook is still on the table, right? That could make sense. All right. Cool stuff. Yeah, I'm excited for where we're headed. It seems like we're in a good place. We can get the answers to those last final questions. Hopefully, rendezvous with the helicopter and find out how to get off of Dino Island next time on Gamebound. Thanks for playing, guys. I think we're out. Adios.